Okay, y'all, back on again. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. Like I said, I jumped back on and talk about these weekends fights. Easy said, y'all get in here. Yeah, I know it must be Sunday or something. No, usually like on Sunday when I come on at 7, now notifications don't go out, but Zamen's in the building. So yeah, I'm just on here to talk about some action from this weekend, man. We got a bunch of finishes this week. I can't complain. A lot of finishes this weekend. So, no gripes, no gripes. I mean, when we look at performances, of course, we're going to talk about what some people need to do. We can talk about some critiques here and there, but overall, I mean, we got what we've been asking for a change, right? All three WMMA fights by finish, man. So, yeah, I can't complain about that. All right, Marcus Bill, what's up? But this weekend coming up, about to be crazy. Got the crazy weekend coming up. We're gonna have a lot of people getting emotional this weekend. Emotional about this fight weekend. But yeah, this past weekend though, man. Yesterday, we had three unranked fights. They all delivered. A couple TKOs, a submission win. Where do we start? Well, I did discuss. I already kind of yeah, easy. It's gonna get emotional. It's gonna get emotional. I'm telling you, it is gonna get emotional. I already seen some of the comments with the Whaley video I did, the Whaley Lamos video, and um, I haven't did as many as I did whenever Whaley was gonna fight Carla. Man, when I did that coverage, when I covered Whaley and Carla, boy, people were getting mad because I said Carla had good wrestling, and I said she had a good chance, or she had a decent chance. All right, whatever you believe or not, whatever you believe or not about uh Carl Carl, I mean, she's still a fighter. I mean, the girl's been wrestling longer, so it's like, okay, yeah, she's gonna have some things that could give Whaley a problem, but overall, my pick was still Whaley, but man, people got emotional about that. So I know the more and more, forget it. This weekend I'm gonna do a few videos now. I'm gonna do a few videos on Whaley Lamos. And I know when I talk Lamos up, people gonna get mad, boy. They're gonna get mad. Ain't nothing like a Rose fan or a Whaley fan around here, man. In the WMMA universe, ain't nothing like a Whaley fan or a Rose fan, boy. They are the most emotional. Not Valentina fans. Valentina fans, I mean, they can be. I had some run-ins with them, of course, but they usually come down to their senses, especially now that Grasso, finished her. And the thing is, I picked Valentina too, but it didn't hurt me like it hurt some of them. But the fans of Rose and Wei Lee, man, those are probably the most emotional fans. They're the worst. But when it comes down to these fans, like yeah, Wei Lee and Rose, oh man, they're some of the worst. They are some of the worst. So yeah, I'm gonna do some type of video this week covering Wei Lee. JP, oh man, JP said Juliana Miller. Ooh. Yeah, let's start with her though, man. Let's start with Juliana Miller. All right. Oh man, Juliana Miller, man. Juju Miller. I picked her with more confidence in the Veronica Hardy fight, thinking she would bring more. But this one here, I couldn't really do it, man. I said, if I had to pick, I'm going to go with Santos. If anything, I'm going to have to pick. I had a guy come in yesterday who put money. What did he say? He put 3K on Santos. I was like, whew, good luck on that. But hey, he won it. Yeah, he won it. Yeah, he won it, man. He won it. So I can't get mad at him. I mean, everything that Juju Miller did in this fight, I was really like not embarrassed, but more so just disappointed for. Because embarrassment, that's one thing. I mean, fighters are fighters; they're going to do what they do. But when it comes down to, is Juju just needs a lot of guidance, man. I don't know. People are saying it's the weight. What do y'all think? I got a few of y'all in here now. For the ones that are in here, like Marcus, Zaman, and JP running Rini, do y'all think it's really the weight? Do y'all think it Juju's weight? I mean, she did look a little bad, but I'm just saying, like, she still brought the same technique, and I think any fighter would have put her down. To me, I mean, the weight thing is a lifestyle now. You got to know the process. You got to know your body by now. But I don't know if I can argue the weight. To me, I think it was still like skill set. To me, I think it was skill set. Hold on, before we get really, really into it, JP Easy said they must have just started watching MMA. Carla's wrestling is pretty elite, despite her losing to Zhang Wei Li. Zhang is a great fighter. Well, let me tell you this, Easy E. The people that were saying it were supposedly training with where were they at? It was some fighters out of a gym for real, Easy E. I can't remember who it was. They didn't give their name, of course, but they said they were who were they working with at the time? Were they working at a syndicate? I don't know. Either way, they said they were out of the syndicate gym, and they said they seen Whaley's work up close, and it was like, oh, Carla can't compare. I was like, man, Carla's world class, man. I mean, come on. It has to be seen first before you can actually put a stamp on it. JP said, what's she gonna bring to flyweight? Seriously, she's an embarrassment to the division. Zama said, rewatched film on Whaley Lamos again, and have to say that I gotta lean 60-40 Lamos, or 60-40 Whaley at the end of the day. She leveled up big time. Doubt she would walk in the counter. She's way better with feints and footwork nowadays. Oh yeah, yeah. Luana beat Miller up like she broke into her house. Good evening from Running Rini. She said, oh wow, she said that defense was goofy. Easy said when saw the way Juju was throwing her punches, I knew she was done. Yeah, she needs guidance. She needs guidance. Marcus says, same here. Weight issue or not, I think the fight would have played out the same due to Juju's technique. UFC weight cut, zero defense, and the fact that Santos actually hits pretty hard. Yeah, I'm a pinpoint zero defense. Most likely would drag Lamos into deep waters and overwhelm her there. That's possible. Juju is bad. Her striking is hilarious. Ooh. Yeah, let's talk about that, man. Like I said, when this fight first started, and I saw how she came running straight out, I already knew like, this ain't gonna end well. Luana Santos, she shook it off though. She shook it off. She was a little shook. She maybe just a little jittery. She had to kind of find her footing. But the minute Luana Santos found her footing, which again, she's not like she's not like an elite striker either, but she utilized what would work for her. Like I said, straight punches, straight jabs, and straight punches on Juju because there's no defense. And that just shows you, like I said, Santos took such a basic weapon and just kept putting it in the face of Juju. And Juju couldn't get out of the way of it, right? So when it all comes down to it, going back to a basic jab is so important because Luana Santos wasn't really bringing in like elite level striking, but she just took that one simple jab and kept hitting this girl in the face that just does not know how to get out of the way of a shot. And I can't really put it on weight because her approach looked like it did in the last fight. It looked like somebody who just wanted to go in there and scrap, right? No knock to her. I mean, she's a fighter that likes to scrap, but scrapping ain't for everybody. Some people actually want to go in there and use technique and outwit you. And when it came down to it, Santos looked like she was going to bang a little bit when they were throwing him. There was a point where, that's why I say like Santos' striking isn't like the greatest either, because I don't know if y'all saw like when Juju was on the cage, they both were like swinging wild and nobody caught each other. Y'all saw that part, right? Like when Juju had her back to the cage and they were just like swinging and flailing punches and not a one landed. I mean, that's where you can see technique is even Priscilla Cachoeira's technique was a little bit better because when she had Ariane Lipsky on the cage and she swinging like when she was swinging like that, she caught Lipsky and dropped her, man. That shows you like, and that's the difference between a puncher and a scrapper. Like I give Priscilla Cachoeira flack because she's one dimensional, but she punches. She's a puncher. She's setting punches up. Whereas these scrappers, they just want to get dirty. They just want to let something loose and touch flesh, you know? See, Cachoeira wants to knock you out. She's letting bricks go, homing in with bricks. But Juju, she just letting stuff go, hoping something land, and that won't work. And Santos almost got drawn into it. Santos, they were like flailing and punches, flailing. Finally, Santos stepped back, let her get back into the mix, and went back to jabbing and letting the overhand right go, and got got this got the TKO. So really, yeah, Santos capitalized on a fighter that had no defense, likes to take punches, and good on her because she can build off of that. Where Juju, to me, her building is going to have to be outside of the UFC. I'm gonna just be real. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. JP says she has the same corner as Pena. No wonder her strikes look like that. Well, at least Juliana Pena, her jab is good. Like at least Juliana Pena, her straight punches do hit the mark. At least her jab did knock Amanda Nunes out of rhythm a couple of times, but I ain't see no straight punches for Juju Miller. Nah, man, Juju Miller didn't even pump no straight punches out. She was winging them, boy. And that's where she failed. Straight is the best way to go. Just throw them straight punches and get them home. Okay, Marcus said he saw that. All right, JP said I think she should be cut, but she probably won't be. Yeah, that's the next part I want to talk about. Ravioli said great fight for WMMA. Oh yeah, great night for WMMA. Exciting fights. Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed all three of them. I mean, I enjoyed the whole card for what it was. I mean, I couldn't see it all at once because the ESPN Plus. I'm about to cut them because that was making me. Oh man, I was getting ticked off, man. Because right when the first fight started on the main card, ESPN Plus went out. They really are trying to get people to just start streaming their mess now because that wasn't even cool, man. Right when the main card started, ESPN Plus went out. What kind of mess is that? And we paying for that. So I'm like, oh, okay. About to cut this now. I'm gonna do me like that. I'm about to cut this. They want people to. Yeah, Juliana was fighting angry. Yeah, Juliana was not fighting like a fighter that has long reach and long arm reach and long leg reach. Somebody that can keep you at bay. Someone that can switch it up, make adjustments. She was fighting like she was on the clock and she was Andrade or something. But she had to just push her way in. When you're this tall and this long, there's really no need for you to push your way in. For real, like even if you're a grappler or a pressure fighter, nah, like you're smothering your advantages. You're smothering your best work. I think longer and taller you are, you should be trying your best to keep a fight at range. Don't just go running in. Like to me, urgency is important for the little guys because they have to close distance and they have to find that range for the shorter arms. You know what I mean? They have to, like Andrade does have to close distance. She don't have to go nuts, but she has a close distance to me to go ahead and build that early lead. Whereas to me, Juju, she can keep a fighter at bay with long kicks, long jabs, but none of that's been really. I don't think that's really being taught to her like that. Juliana went full killer instinct mode too. Juliana went full killer instinct mode too early as well. Yeah, too early, man. Like she came running out. If I know my striking is that bad, I'm coming in wrestling out the gate, right? And I don't even think her wrestling was at that point going to be effective because when she did clinch up after she got tagged, it was good reversal from Santos to get her off the cage. So Santos having that element, and like we were talking about the other day, the judo could have still been an issue too. But I thought Juju would have had more of a chance if she got it to the ground. But if she gets worn out, maybe not. But taking her apart on the feet is pretty much evident, right? So, anyways, like I said in my video yesterday, I'll say this to y'all: like, is no disrespect to a fighter or her. I mean, yeah, some people that go right at it. I mean, JP, he telling you like he said, hey, she raggedy. But my opinion, there's hope for her. And I think that she needs to go back to Invicta. I think, the UFC should release her. Go ahead and release her now and go back and get the experience that's needed, because the level of experience from here just goes up. If you lose to a girl right now that's making her debut, you probably, unless they really match you up with like someone that just can't handle your style, which I don't see anybody there right now in the UFC. I think everybody in the UFC can handle her style on the low. Everybody in the low rank can handle her style right now. Am I wrong? Everybody can handle Juju's style on the unranked level, right? So it would be wise to cut her right now. Go ahead and release her now so she can go back and get that experience. Go get that experience that you need to compete now, to have that next level here. Because coming into the UFC, she was only, let me see, what was it, 3-1? Let's look at her resume. She won 2, had that one fight in Invicta. Look at 3. She lost that fight. Claire Guthrie in Invicta. 2 fights in Invicta. And then they grabbed her right off the rip. Yeah. 3-1. All right. She was total of 3-1. Right? 3-1. With a lot of holes in her game that were evidenced in the Tough House. I think Juliana Pena's guidance really did help her and helped her put her on the right path. But once she won the Tough House, I thought, a lot of work was being done behind the scenes to get her to a level where she would need to, where she could be ready for some of these heavy hitters. But we don't see that now, right? I mean, we all see that. It's evident that there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So to me, I think, it's not really a bad thing to be released now. That was your shot. You go in the Tough House. You're good enough to beat girls in the Tough House, but you got to go back and work now, because even the the girls on the low end of the UFC are still a little bit better, a little bit more experience and skill. Easy said, I kind of blame Tough, to be honest, too, because none of these girls that show are really any good. She was just the best of the worst. Right? Yeah. I mean, Brogan had some years on her already. There was a point where I used to watch Brogan on Invictus. She looked okay, but she just never surpassed that level. Then, you had some girls that had trouble making weight. That one Gallardo girl, she was probably one of the most technical looking ones, that most promising to me. But even then, I don't think she was UFC ready. But yeah, Juju had fought Claire Guthrie before. But out of all of them, even that, Claire Guthrie, they fought before. She lost to her this time. It wasn't necessarily saying Juju was like ready. Yeah, I saw Claire Guthrie I was watching that card because the UFC card was ESPN app was messing up, so I was watching Brittany Cloudy get her win, and Claire Guthrie, man, got her knees blown out. Got her knee blown out. Renner Reed said, "Do you think her and maybe like Hannah Goldie should fight?" Then she lose. Hannah Goldie's got a fight coming up. Hannah Goldie's actually gonna fight. Um, who's Hannah Goldie fighting? But that could work. I mean, I think Hannah Goldie would win. Yeah, Hannah Goldie's gonna fight Mizuki Inoue, Japanese girl, but I think Inoue's gonna win that fight. But I think it's already shown. Like I think Juju's already shown enough to say that it's time to go. Like you don't want to risk her getting mentally hurt anymore, really getting crushed. I think you got to go back and get the work in now, because with the amount of fights she's had, she's 3-3 now, right? 3-3, and the skills aren't really showing. Yeah, it's time to go. Go ahead and get the work in. And Victor's right there. I mean, Victor has a good level of fighters to learn from. Why not? JP said, "Does anyone remember that 40-year-old Tough who had fought in 13 years?" Oh, you talking about the heavyweight, that was on the first Tough House? Are you talking about or are you talking about what was her name? Not the girl that fought Ronda Rousey like a long time back, right? Taylor Gallardo. No, oh, you talking? Okay, yeah, you talking about the bald guy. I mean, he looked like a totally different guy too, man. I remember it, her, him and Juju were like they were getting at it, right? They were arguing and stuff. I remember. Yeah, yeah. The bald guy. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember because he was on the Tough House. He looked like a totally different person, man. I was like, is that him? I was like, dang, that's him. I was like, shoot, I'm 40 now myself, but I was like, was I in high school when he was on Tough House? I was like, was I in high school when he was in the Tough House? Dang, because the footage on him looked like VHS. It looked like VHS footage when they showed him from the old Tough House. I was like, oh, dang, I forgot he was up there. No, but he was all right. I mean, he was cool. I mean, as far as his vibe, but he didn't really. I don't think at that point he was really like durable enough to be fighting. He wasn't durable enough to be fighting, because he had 13 years out the game. He didn't need to be up in there. Mm-mm. Yeah, because when they pulled up that footage on him, I was like, oh man, this stuff look grainy, man. Marcus said so far Juju looked bad in both fights. I would say close the curtains. Yeah, exactly. Close the curtains for right now. Easy laughing. Oh man, JP said he was a bum as well. Yeah, he didn't really need to be in there, man, because especially heavyweights, all it takes is one punch with heavyweights. Like I wouldn't recommend boxing or MMA for anybody past 36. No, anybody past 33. Yeah, no, yeah, anybody past 33 that's jumping into heavyweight. No way, man. Trying to get your what brain cells you have knocked out. Nah, man. Yeah, Ren so I ain't call him bum, but he didn't need to be in there. Yeah, he didn't need to be in there at that time. That's too risky. And Juju, like I said, she's still young. I don't call her bum. I don't think of her like that. I just think she's a girl that needs to go to the drawing board. Slow it down, and then test yourself. That's all. That's all. All right. But moving on. Okay. All right. So all right, let me go ahead and do my review here for let's talk about Jacqueline Amarim and Montserrat Ruiz. Okay, so Montserrat Ruiz, she's been out for about 2 years, coming off the Lemos knockout loss, and she had an injury, right? Knee injury, I believe. So she was out getting that work in. Took some time off, she had to take the time off from, I believe, the surgery that she had. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it was like just therapy or surgery, I can't remember. Um, some of y'all said she's been working on her boxing. I said, okay, that's good. We got Jacqueline Amram, lost her debut against Sam Hughes. I went in this fight thinking that Ruiz had the wrestling that was going to give Amram some problems. She came in striking mode a little bit, but she just couldn't find her reach in this fight. Couldn't find her reach. Wasn't really touching Amram. Amram had no problem getting her to the ground in this fight. I mean, the picture you see here, this is how every round went. I mean, Montserrat Ruiz spent round after round on her back, struggling to get Amram off. Amram used she didn't even really like have to use like too much of her grappling at any point. She just made some nice transitions to full mount from one position to the next and rode Ruiz rode like a horse in this position, just constantly landing this ground and pound. It wasn't even like damaging ground and pound, but it was enough to win her a 10-8 round. She got her in one position where she almost had the armbar. So Ruiz, I got to give her credit on her submission defense. She defended a lot of submissions, but she really couldn't avoid the ground and pound. Luckily on her, the ground and pound wasn't as heavy because she would have really got busted up. In evidence, it wasn't heavy because, Ruiz didn't really come out knotted up in this fight. But yeah, she rode her like this the first round. She really struggled. And as I was calling this yesterday, I kept seeing those positions. Like the more she turned to her left, she would give her back up. Amram goes for a rear naked choke. Ruiz, nice transitions on her, nice scrambles to get back to her back, which was a safer position. But Amram get right back on her, ride her, ground and pound, playing bongos, right? That's what some of y'all were saying, just sitting there, drumming her. Ruiz looked like she tried to turn it up in the third round. When she get a takedown, she actually got the fight to the ground because Amram looked like she was kind of winded. Ruiz had some nice moments as far as getting her top position, putting that weight on her and continue to reset. But I didn't see any urgency from Ruiz, not enough ground and pound from her, not any elbows or any of that. So when she was in that position, she gave Amram a chance to reverse, go right back to this full mount, finish her off with the ground and pound. Ref said, I'm going to stop the fight now, But even though the ground and pound wasn't like fierce or brutal, it was an entertaining fight to me. I just really wanted to see what Ruiz could do at this point. But Amram really turned it up from her last few fights. She kind of paced herself out, didn't overexert her energy, just enough to kind of land and win. Mark said he switched his pick from Amram to Ruiz. Yeah, I went with Ruiz overall because I thought she was gonna have the cardio in the wrestling to kind of neutralize. But when I seen Amram how big she was, I was like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna stick with Ruiz, but Amram looking like she might use that size to her advantage. And when I saw her put the blanket on her in the first round, I was like, I don't know. Ruiz looked like she really having trouble getting out of here. And she was accepting the position too. So it was going to be clearly Amram's fight. Like I said, I gave Amram 2 10-8 rounds in this fight, which shows you that was pretty bad because Ruiz spent every minute of every round pretty much here, man. Ron Ray said, well, if Marcus says it's time to go, I'll go with the flow. Ravioli said Juliana has potential, but being cut would be the best thing. Yeah, I think her potential would come with being released right now and getting that work in. Because I don't see Miller beating Gatto and even De La Rosa or any of those girls. But yeah, Ruiz really had problems fighting from the bottom in this fight. Ruiz, a lot of problems with fighting from the bottom. She could not she couldn't fight the hands. No wrist control, no hip control at all. Like she could not get Amram off, and I think that's on Amram's part too. I think Amram is working her grappling, her striking is one now, in her attack. She's getting better at controlling the top and not just looking for. That's what I was saying. That's what I meant to say yesterday. She's not just working for submission. She's looking for position. She's looking for a position too. That's good on her. I like how she was able to just kind of keep her weight on the waist of Ruiz and get a lot of punches in, get a lot of strikes in. But when she saw fit to go for it, then she isolated that arm and went for the arm bar, even though she didn't get it. Like she kind of rode it out. She would wear her opponent down before she did it. Rabiot said it was some decent ground and pound. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like Casey O'Neal's ground and pound like early in her career. Like it was effective. I just think it could have been a little. I just think it could have been a little bit more like brutal. Like at that point when you got your opponent down, just letting it go and putting that hurt on him. But it worked. It got her to TKO. So yeah, it was decent. Runner Reed said, "Man, shout out to Terrence McKinney. I like him. He seems like a good dude. What do y'all think? Y'all like Terrence McKinney? What about you, BJ? If you around yet?" Okay. Zaman said, "Watch this weekend's Anelia." Is it talk to Gonova? Watch her this weekend. This is Valentina's protege. What's her fight date? I don't see a fight date for it yet. Marcus said in the third, I thought Amram was going to give up the win to Ruiz when she was on her back. Yeah, I did too. I thought at that point that Amram was about to give it up because, like, when she would try to get up, Ruiz would put her back down. But then she got that reversal somehow, wound up on top, and used her size and weight to her advantage. So good on Amram. I think from here, Amram. I guess from here we just need to see the competition level step up to see what she can handle next. Again, as far as corrections, I guess I need to see her in there with somebody with longer reach, size, somebody with good wrestling, again, to see if she can get past that level. Because, these girls are getting well-rounded. I mean, where would y'all like to see Amram go from here? Like, what's the next style matchup for? Like, who do y'all want to see her fight next? I can't name any unranked girls off top. I mean, I could, but my brain is throwing a blank right now because I'm thinking about the next topic. Let me see. Amram. Who can Amram fight next? Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm going to answer this question and I'll be right back. Answer that question. I'll be right back. And no, I'm not gone. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm back. I am back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, intermission. Cooking. I got some, good food in the oven, and it just finished, so I had to take that out. Man, that's the one thing about cooking in the summertime. Sweating, man. Nights like 93 out here. Try not to eat out all the time, but cooking, man, you have a heat stroke. All right, Marcus said Lucindo called out Carolina. Oh yeah. Let's talk about that here in a minute. Lucindo did. She sure did. Yam Yam's moving picture said, "Watch her." So I hope you're all well. Watcher is a way of saying hi here in England. Just wanted to say this channel is very underrated and you deserve thousands of subs, but you have a great community. I appreciate that, man. All the way out in England, I appreciate that for sure, man. Yeah, I do. He said it's also great to see a channel based on female fighting athletes, which I personally prefer, as I don't hardly watch the men's side, but a big fan of the female side of the sport. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm kind of the same way. I got into the men's part because of the women, because I used to not really watch. I used to not really watch MMA back in '95. Like my dad, he looked at it on tape. He used to watch them. I was like, I don't like this. I was like, give me my boxing. I used to be like, give me my boxing all day long. But when I seen the women like back in 2002 and like some like underground stuff, live stuff, I liked it. It wasn't even about like, oh, looking at the women fighting or anything, like mud wrestling or anything. I liked the energy that came out. Like I seen a lot of strikers from the women. So a lot of effort being put into performances. So yeah. But yeah. Stick around. I'm glad we get some people from all around coming up in here that appreciate the sport all around the world, man. All right. BJ's in the building. He said, let's go. Yeah, man. I'm going to send out this link. I'm going to get through one more topic here, and then we're going to talk. Okay. All right. Yasmin Lucindo. I'm glad this pick won. Yasmin Lucindo finishes Poliana Viana in the second round. Arm triangle choke. This is what I like to see, man. The third and final finish of the WMMA fights. I love it, man. I don't know, man. This girl, if I got to pick a triple threat or make one for strawweight, I think Lucindo's got to be in there, man. I still like Yasmin Jauregui. Don't get me wrong, but something about Lucindo, I'm seeing like her ability to adjust in the fight, man. Like I'm seeing like adjustments made from Lucindo. Here, you thinking she might not Poliana out, but she showcased how strong she was on the ground and how much better she is, and just like neutralizing, like from the position she was in. Like the first round, when she landed that check left hook on Poliana, I was like, uh-oh, this girl's coming out like a counter striker, right? First, she's like a counter striker the first round, right? Then when she steps in, she's not letting go enough. So Poliana lets this combination go. Right hand, I believe, leg kick, body kick, another right hand. And then she takes Lucindo down, but Lucindo wasn't in any trouble. Like when she took her down and put her on her back, like Lucindo was actually like looking stronger, even though she got taken down. Like Viana was like, couldn't move. Like Viana couldn't move. Like all she could do was just like hold the arm of Lucindo. Or no, I think Lucindo like gripped. I think Lucindo was gripping her arm to keep her in that position. Viana could really not get anything done. So holding him in that position, that stalemate position, ref, he stands him back up. Then when you get stood back up, again, you see that counter striking, good counter striking from Lucindo in this fight. You know, she had some good counter striking moments. Viana was landing too. Like Viana was landing some combinations, but when Lucindo got her takedown, she looked more in charge. She looked to be more in charge when she got that top position, landed a little bit of ground and pound. It made the round a little close to me. I think Lucindo probably had a better takedown and got away with a little bit more towards the end. So I gave that round to Lucindo, but the last round, you see it right here, man. Like Lucinda got it down, man. She got it down. I'm gonna pull this fight up here. I didn't get to watch it till like after midnight, man, because really, y'all, I didn't get a chance to watch till after midnight because ESPN Plus, they were acting up, man. This fight didn't even pull up on the replay until like I believe it was like 3 a.m. All right, so I like what she was able to do here. Hold on. I'm gonna just go back and play it here. Okay, Yam Yams was popping. BJZ Yam Yam said with the Amanda Lemos and Whaley scrap, my prediction is Lemos by round 2 submission in the later part of the round. That's a possibility, man, because the jiu-jitsu of Lemos is underrated to me. And Whaley could be reckless out there now. I know the Whaley fans will get mad because I'm telling the truth, but it's possible now. Yeah, look at this pressure. Overhand rights. That's what it was. That's what I was missing. Lucindo is like a raw Amanda Nunes. She's like a raw prototype. See, look at this pressure she's applying this round. I'm like at the 340 mark, and I'm just looking at like the pressure she's putting on Viana. Viana's cleaner, I believe, with her strikes, but I believe there's more of a mix up. Overhand right for Yasmin Lucindo. She keeps her, you know, the right side of her face protects. She keeps that right hand up. And the way she keeps that left hand out to measure, it's in line for, you know, the jab or the check left hook. Viana landed a nice body kick, but then nice shots from the inside from Lucindo. And Lucindo clinches up and takes Viana down. And here's where you see the strength difference, man. Like, see, Lucindo gets top position. She's much stronger. That's where you see the strength difference. Lucindo is a lot stronger. She's 10 years younger. Girl just turned 21. But look how much stronger she is than Viana. Look at this half guard position. Viana's trying to peel her off, but she can't, man. She can't create that separation to land no elbows. Lucindo's putting a lot of pressure on her here. Referee wants to see some work. There's a little bit of work from Lucindo. Hard ground and pound. Hard left hands right there. Viana was trying to tie that right leg up. Lucindo to keep her from passing. And she did like a quarter pass. She could get to that side control, or go straight into the guard, but she's gonna go to the left and lock in that arm triangle. Yeah, you see like a strength difference. Luana too strong. Viana can't get off her back here. The ref wants to see some work. They're a little bit busier here. They were a little bit busier in the first round. Lucindo she's trying to pass, but she can't get that leg out. As soon as she got that leg out, she went straight for that arm triangle. Because that right arm was so high up, there it goes. She passed there to the left, and then boom, arm triangle choke. Viana didn't take long to tap, man. She tapped one time, man. She wasn't even in it that long. That shows you how strong Lucindo is. So yeah, strength difference, good counter striking, good top control, good jiu-jitsu. I think Lucindo's going to be a problem, man. Yeah, I know looking at Yasmin, I was seeing some things with her, but something about Lucindo, she looks promising, man. Yeah, Lucindo's well-rounded, man. Easy said, I felt so bad. I felt so bad for Viana because I saw that arm triangle coming a mile away. She was setting it up from the moment she got to her to the ground. Yeah, she put a lot of weight on her too, man. And like that's why Viana was trying to keep that right leg lock. She was like, she either gonna do this or she gonna get in the guard with me. But she just kept on like pulling that part of her back up. Viana's right arm was in the air. Now I knew when she went back to her left, boom, she was gonna get it. Yeah, she's well rounded, man. Yamian said Lucinda doesn't really have a weakness. She's a solid all around fighter. Yeah, I haven't seen no chin issues either. So far, her chin looks okay. So far the chin looks strong. Um, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes these girls, you just have to watch them. You just got to see how they play out. So far, Lucindo's putting the work in. I like what I'm seeing because she's 2-1. Yasmin's 2-1, but you can see the difference, man. You can kind of see them splitting off. You see more variety from Lucinda right now. Counterpunch. She's being a counterpuncher, counter striker. That's going to take her a long way, but she can also be effective going forward. That's why she's dangerous. Also, Whaley's been wrestling with Cejudo, and her wrestling has come on nicely. But yeah, Lamo's very underrated with the jiu-jitsu. I think a lot of people aren't really seeing it like that. Revo said they should rebook Tatiana versus Verna. Either that or Dern, man. Either one of them fights. At this point, I think they should do either one. Revo said, yeah, Verna Gendero, but either one of those fights is cool with me. But yeah, good level step up for Lucindo. Not a lot of recklessness from her. She's doing what she needs to do. She put in the work. I like it. She's not just busting through there trying to go brawl and knock you out. Although I'm glad that she didn't take that knockout approach. She, of course, she threw some nice counters. So if the knockout came, fine. But she wasn't just swinging wild. She didn't just step into the fire looking for some knockout or toe-to-toe type of fight. She actually put together some nice traps for Viana. Viana got off a nice shot, and like I said, Viana didn't even rock her. All right, BJ. BJ said, let's go. Hey, I had to email it to you, BJ. I was trying to send it by Instagram, but Instagram acting up. So I sent you the link. Oh, y'all said Lucindo versus Loma. Oh, yeah. Loma, that's a good fight, too, man. Lucindo versus Loma. Man, at some point, shoot, when they Denise Gomes and Yasmin Lucindo, that's going to be some dynamite when they get to the top 10. But right now, I think Denise Gomes and Lucindo, they just need to build them up, let them fight these other veterans. Yasmin Lucindo wants to fight Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Hey, make it happen. That actually might be a finish win, man. That might be a finish win for Yasmin Lucindo, because if she can do, she can do work on the ground and on the stand up. Shoot, Ravioli says she's too physical for Loma. Yeah, she's doing a little bit of everything, man. Like Loma has some powerful body kicks, which she could actually land. But imagine if Loma tries to throw a lot of force behind one of them kicks. Yasmin catches one, and then boom, Loma gets hit with a right hand. That'd be a good one though. But the Karolina fight, I think that's more upper alley. Karolina's a veteran. Karolina's trying to find her way back into the top 15. Karolina put together 3 wins too. That's legit right there. But she's not top 15, is she? Hold on, Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Nah, she's not. But if Lucinda was to get her 3rd UFC victory over her, Karolina might get hurt though, man. She might get hurt. Easy said Karolina has got much better on the ground, which is good because she can't bang with these girls no more her age. Nah, she can't. All right, be just about 10 minutes. Okay, about 10 minutes. Okay, yeah, she can't bang with those girls like that anymore, man. Nah, she can't. She gotta pick her battles. Pick the battles, man. MS, I had a feeling that Viana may have gotten a first round submission in the mid part of the round, but I'm very impressed with Lucindo's all around ability. Yeah, I think right now, Yasmin Lucindo, though there's still some there's still some areas where she needs to polish up, of course, but she's willing to do a little bit of everything. Like she came into the UFC banging against Yasmin just for that fight, but now you see her kind of measuring and stepping back because I think if she went in there banging with Poliana, Poliana might have knocked her out too, like just trading because Poliana does have a good right hand too. So probably wasn't probably was def she made the right choice, definitely. Because probably wouldn't have gone this way if she would have tried to trade or stayed in there long in the pocket. GAP said, "Is Carolina trying to get back in the top 15 or just have some good fights before retirement? I don't need to see KK get fed to the young lioness. It all depends, man. Like if she answers this call, then she might be, but if she doesn't, that'll tell you she just might want to make some good fights. At this point, if I was her conscience, I would put her in there with Angela Hill. If she wants a safe route to top 15, or she just wants to fight where she's not going to get hurt, I would make Angela Hill versus Carolina. But if she fights Yasmin Lucindo, if she answers that call, man, you better make sure she's ready for it. She better make for sure she's ready for that fight. All right. But as I wait for the next link for my call-in guest here in a minute, let's talk a little bit about this fight. I still want to analyze it because I know I brought this up the previous weekend and it's kind of been on people's minds now. Like, how do y'all see this going? Some people make it seem like it's going to be a dangerous fight. People think this is going to be a dangerous fight right here for both fighters. So, I know I stirred up the pot when I posted this up last week. I was like, as soon as I'm gonna say I was one of the first ones because as soon as Suarez finished her that night, I was like, yo, I don't want to see her go for the title yet. I want to see her fight Dern. Okay. I want to see her fight Dern. Because I was like, Andrade, all right, that's a good win. But I want to see her fight somebody that's improving. And I want to see somebody that is going to give her a little bit of the test I want to see, offensive striking, power, longer reach than Andrade, jiu-jitsu. Like, I think Dern could be that, but I think Suarez got the goods to handle this thing, though, man. Like, I think Suarez definitely got the goods to handle. I mean, Dern arms are looking a little bit bigger. She's starting to, them guns start a little bit bigger, but I think all around physically, more dominating fighter, even just in complete control is Suarez. But I'm gonna break this thing down later. I just wanted to know what y'all think. Easy said, I think Angela Hill even called out KK once. Yes, she did. She called her out after that last fight she had, the last fight that she won. Let me see. So right now, who would you pick? Denise Gomes or Yasmin Lucindo? Right now, I'm kind of edging towards Lucindo. I would give a little bit of edge to Lucindo just because I see a little bit more from her, and she seems to have some good countering abilities early on, just to tell. I don't think Lucindo. I would just give her the edge right now. But both fighters are gonna get hit in that fight. I mean, hard. GAP said just got in where you were impressed with Amorim. She got a stoppage, but Ruiz hasn't been in the cage in years. I was impressed with the fact that she was able to go 3 rounds or almost 3 rounds, but I still need to see a little bit more from her. Amorim's been out. I mean, Ruiz been out for a while. I need to see a little bit more from Amorim. This was kind of a confidence builder for Amorim. That's how I see it. Because she lost her first fight, and she needed somebody to kind of give her some rounds. But I might have been more impressed if it was like a Loma or somebody like that. Like she had beat a Loma, that type of fighter, or Denise Holmes. I would have been impressed. But I mean, I'm not disappointed. I'm glad that she was able to look for position more and use ground and pound. But I wasn't like, oh wow, this next threat. I think Lucindo's victory is more impressive. Yeah, I mean, I said Carolina's pretty solid on the ground, which is great to have, but in stand up, unfortunately, it's not really there. Not bad, but not up there with these strikers. No, yeah. Her ground game is getting better, but she brawls a lot too. That's what kind of cost her, some of her face, some damage a while back. Lucindo over Denise Gomes, that's a firefight. Yeah, I think I give Lucindo the edge. Gabby said Lucindo should fight 2 more unranked fights before the rankings. Okay. All right, one should be Carolina. One would be Carolina, and I guess Loma. Loma Labutni, and then Carolina. That would be good. And then put her in there with Pinheiro. Oh, I think she beats Tabitha Ricci too, though. I think she beats Tabitha Ricci for real. Easy. I don't see Dern doing none of what she did to Angela Hill. They got recency bias for real. Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. That matchup is so interesting because Dern wants to be on the ground. GAP says she told Ariel she doesn't want to fight that low in the rankings, and that beating Angela Hill wasn't that impressive. And said almost all of these ladies are in their prime, whereas Carolina's experienced, but also mileage on the clock. Yeah, Carolina got a lot of mileage, a lot of damage too. She need Rose to death when she beat her. Yeah, a lot of body work in that fight. She wobbled the mess out of Poliana in that fight. Oh yeah, Lucindo. Yeah, she did, man. Lucindo caught her with the overhand right, man, and I was like, oh, she's about to get the stoppage, man. No, she got the submission, but she could have stopped it too, man. So yeah, she's looking well rounded. Yeah, but this Dern Suarez thing, man, I think right now Dern, has some good offensive stand up, but to me, that's against fighters that give her the target. I think when she has to find you, it's a little bit frustrating for her. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, I'm basing this off of actual performances, fights that she's actually, won and lost. I'm basing this off fights she's won and lost. Like the Angela Hill fight, Angela was not moving in this fight. I don't know what she was doing. I kind of thought Angela would have been able to, pity pat her way to maybe a decision if she moved around. But, Angela didn't really do that. She gave her the target. So with her giving her the target, Angela is going to get hit with these bombs. And much like Verna did, Dern was going to take her down hard and just out grapple her and put that mess on her. But to me, that was a case of the targets there, open fire. She's all about that. That's when offensive striking looks really great, right? But what I always say, man, footwork is important. Footwork is really important. And if you don't have footwork, you are a sitting duck. Or if your feet are working, your opponent is going to have trouble finding you. You know, footwork is very important in these fights. So if you look at this situation, Mackenzie, if she's in there against an open target, somebody that wants to bang, okay, she could have success. But I'm looking at Suarez in this last fight, and even the Montana fight. You know, she's moving around a little bit more. You know, she's moving, and against Andrade, she was comfortable. You know, she was on the balls of her feet. You know, letting kicks go. Let some textbook work go. You know, that's how you're supposed to do the first couple of fights. Um, but there was still some lateral movement to her, and I think Dern has trouble with that. Like Dern is not gonna be landing bombs like people think she is, like she was against ABC, Amanda Bobby Cooper, or like Angela Hill against Suarez if Suarez is moving. So the striking battle here, you got two that are improving, but I think one still gets drawn into a firefight, and the other looks to be a little bit more patient, and that's Suarez. I think Suarez is actually being patient about setting up her meaningful strikes. Like she's really letting those high kicks go at the right moment in the body kicks. She's really trying to keep you at bay. Whereas, Dern, I'm getting that feeling, she just wants to knock somebody out. That's why Jana had a lot of success. Jan was timing her, Marina timing her, creating range and making her miss. Sometimes, Dern, I still think she's tripping over her own feet, still closing her eyes. Just them two things I mentioned a lot too, closing her eyes, tripping over her feet, blitz, and going for the blitz. Sometimes that just is what costs her. It costs her good work. If she would keep good mid range, she would have more success. GAP said, yeah, Dern says she doesn't like the chase. Oh, she likes to stand and bang. That kind of gives it away right there, That kind of gives away her game plan, you know what I mean? Like, somebody she like to bang. Okay, well, if you just like to stand and bang, well, okay, if somebody got good footwork, then you can get outpointed. And I think at this point with both of these fighters, it's not even about, okay, let's see who's wrestling is going or jiu-jitsu is going to fare better, like who's going to be better on the ground with what they do. I really want to see just who can make the right adjustments or who has improved in their weakness, which both fighters' weakness is their stand-up. Both of them, their weakness is their stand-up. But to me, who's going to utilize it best? So if they want to cancel out their ground game here, fine. Cancel out the ground game. Let's get this thing to the feet. Like, I'm kind of curious, man. I'm like, yo, let's just see a stand-up battle between Suarez and Dern. Because some people think that Suarez's stand-up will really not hang with Dern, but Dern keeps chasing, man. She's gonna have problems. Yeah, I'm said with Angela Hill, I'm a fan. She's very tough, but she's only 2 in the last 6. Yep. With her first win in the 6 was with Godinez. But the fight with Dern was great in there with 3 great takedowns. Yeah, that one was oh man. I ain't never seen Angela Hill get beat like that before. 6 said Angela Hill can't catch a break. He said Lemos can't take what she dishes out. He said perfect scenario would be Weili beating Lemos, loser fights Suarez, then winner fights Yan Jianan in China, and winner from the Lemos Suarez fight, winner of Weili and Jianan in 2024. I think the best blueprint right now is let Yan Jianan have her shot in December in China, no matter who it is, and we just kind of go from there. Because right now, I think things are starting to pick up, man, with the division. Oh, hang on, y'all. Got a guest in the building. Okay, he made it home. Let's see if his connection is good. How's your connection, man? All right, got BJ in the building, I think. Or maybe he still get okay. I see you unmute your mic. Where you at, man? I can't hear you. Y'all can't hear him, can you? He ain't here. We got to call in, but he ain't. I don't think he got his mic hooked up. Nah, we can't hear you. Nah, he gone. He'll be back. All right, six. After Whaley beats Lemos, Xiaonan, and Suarez, Whaley needs to move to 125. Yeah, if she does, if she's able to beat them, we'll see. Running Reed says she's going with Dern by this submission. I don't think Dern submits. I think Suarez is too strong. I think Suarez is too strong. I think Suarez has got that wrestling. That's really something I think is key to neutralizing Dern. Because when you look on the ground, man, Dern, yeah, she's textbook with her submission game, but she can't. She ain't even submit my girl Marina. Like everybody talk about Marina's ground game, but hey, Marina's got great submission defense. Like she couldn't even sit Marina Rodriguez. That tells you how good Marina is with just defending on the ground in survival mode. She had one moment in the second round to submit Marina, but she blew it. Couldn't submit Yan Zhanan because she couldn't get her down there. Like I said, if Suarez accepts the takedowns and goes to the ground, I don't even think she submits Dern. I don't even think she submits Suarez. They should be too strong for her. Gabby said maybe Dern thinks standing bang equals great striking, but neither Dern or Suarez have faced anyone with dangerous ground game. No. Well, Dern did, but they chose not to take it to the ground. If that's what you mean. Like Verna. Yeah, Verna has dangerous ground game, but Verna didn't really want to go to the ground either. So I know what you mean, though. Yeah, Dern has not been on the ground with the dangerous grappler yet. And that would have been a great fight. Dern and Verna on the ground. Suarez versus Dern. That was going to be a good one too, man. But her knee is injured. She's out. Easy said BJJ is more leverage based. Wrestlers have a clear strength advantage. Right. Yeah. And I think watching a lot of Dern's moves so textbook. She uses a lot of that, like you said, leverage. Just looking at some of the opponents, she's able to get some of those girls that give up. That position, the way they lean, the weak ones. But when you're as bigger wrestler like Tatiana, she could do something like Tatiana Suarez could do some things like Tyler Santos in there and neutralize some like heavier, those other specialists on the ground. Like she did Jillian Robertson, Roxy, if it goes there. Angela Hill's the kind of fighter who literally goes out on her shield. Huge heart, but the way Dern performed, she was going to her personal life. Wow, possibly her best performance ever. Yeah, I think so. I think offensively, it was her best performance, best punches she ever landed. But again, I think it was the target too. Hill gave her that target, and that was just a bad night for Hill. It was a bad night to beat. It would have been a bad night for anybody, I believe. They would have got hit by Dern, but really a bad night for Hill. But yeah, it was really her best performance, even on the ground. But really, wow, she couldn't even submit Angela Hill too. That shows you how good Angela Hill's submission defense is. So if Suarez is on that level, which she did earn her black belt recently, it'd be a tough night for Dern to get the submission over Suarez. Yeah, we said the stand up will answer questions for both Suarez and Dern, and we will know who is actually improving. Right. Yep. That's why I see it. Like, if this fight stays standing, we're gonna see who's really improved. Yep. Yeah, we said both will be going. They'll be willing to go to the ground. Yeah. Yeah, but we're gonna really see because I can tell you now. I think Suarez would actually play the counter puncher in this way, or the fighter that chooses to circle more in range. Like GAP said, I think Dern is gonna go after it. Like, she could probably believe that too. Like you said, like she probably thinks just banging in there is equaling good striking. Okay, Yams, Jan's quickness, fluidity, explosive, muscle fibers, and striking is possibly the best in the division, kind of like a female Jet Li with those strikes. Yeah, I'm a fan of Jan Jana's kickboxing, man. Her rapid combinations. If she had Joanna's takedown defense from the jump, dang, BJ, you going again, man? I was just about to hit ad, man. BJ's devices ain't working, man. I was just about to hit add to this link, man. He going again. BJ playing a prank call today. I was just about to hit ad on you, man. Where you going? But yeah, Yana definitely, if she had to take down defensive from Joanna from the jump, she'd probably be champion right now. Because Yana, man, her boxing, her clean boxing, right now is looking a little bit more. It's looking cleaner than Wei Lee's, man. I mean, the way she picks in them, them shots. Now, all around MMA fighter, I know Wei Lee is that fighter, but Jan's strength does look better than Wei Lee's boxing. I know people are gonna get mad at that. Running reason, I really thought Hill was gonna win. Yeah, I thought Hill was gonna win that fight. We'll see if Dern can beat Suarez. I don't know if Suarez gets submitted by her like that. I can see Suarez catching Dern in a standing choke like Mario Bueno Silva caught Holly. Man, that ninja choke ain't no joke. We had a couple of those, right? Back to back. There's been a lot of finishes this week. I'm gonna have to do a show later this week, maybe tomorrow, Tuesday, just talking about the finishes. PFL, UFL, UFC. There's been a lot of good finishes, man. There's been a lot of finishes. I mean, Miranda Maverick getting her finish, Suarez getting her finish, all three of these girls getting their finish. There was a couple of good PFL fights with some good finishes. Who else got finished? I don't think there were any finishes in Bellator. No, there weren't none. But there's been a lot of good finish. Gabby said, I agree with the Jan has cleaner striking right now. Yes, she does. Let's try this again, man. I got No Filter MMA on the line. What's up, BJ?
Can y'all hear me now, man? Can y'all hear me?
Hold on. Are you still outside?
No.
All right. I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me now?
I can hear you. Let me make sure the chat can hear you. Can the chat hear? Can y'all hear BJ De La Rosa in the building?
Okay.
No, it's BJ Lee now.
Oh yeah. Andrew Lee, baby.
Okay, JP said he can hear you.
What's up, JPZ? Listen, man.
Read that comment right there. Can you read this comment? I'm gonna put it right here. Here you go again.
Oh, JP, here you go. Okay. Listen, man. Listen, JP. It's the thing with Juliana Miller. Juliana Miller might have fooled us. She might have fooled us. You know what I'm saying? Winning that tough house, she might have fooled us. But we had every reason to be hype on Juliana Miller coming out of the tough house. Did we not, Combo?
Oh yeah. I mean, she gave us some reason. I mean, she had the hype, and she had the the talk and everything and the size and all of that.
Showed the improvement, showed the grit, showed everything. And I don't know what's been happened to her since she got into the UFC. I'm not exactly sure what happened to her. So we had every reason to be hyped for Juliana Miller, bro. But I just want to talk about this that you talking about. I wanted to get in so bad a while ago. My fucking phone wasn't working, bro.
Okay.
You talking about this Dern Suarez striking scenario,
Mm-hmm.
bro? You know how that's gonna go if that fight turns out.
All right.
Combo. You always try to see both sides. You want both sides of your pancake to be cooked evenly. I get it, but you know who wins a
I like
strike.
them golden brown, man.
Say what?
I like my pancakes golden brown.
I know, I see that, but you know who wins a strike. You know who wins a striking match between Suarez and Dern.
Suarez?
Come on, bro. What has Tatiana Suarez has not shown us that though?
Okay, but what if Suarez's footwork gives her problems? Like, do you really think Suarez is going to stand in front of Dern? That's my question. I'm going to
I
start with
know,
that. Does she
I know
stand
what
in
you
front of
mean.
Dern?
I don't think she will. No, I don't. I don't think Tatiana Suarez. I don't think she has that. I don't. I'm not. Bro. I'm torn because everything. I can always say Tatiana Suarez. I can stand on top of a mountain and say Tatiana Suarez is the next champion. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if Tatiana is a dog, but she's a dog in a different way than Mackenzie Dern. They both dogs, don't get me wrong, but they dogs in different ways. And the difference between Mackenzie Dern and Tatiana Suarez is Mackenzie Dern has put on fights where she has shown that, however unorthodox she is, she's comfortable on the feet. You know what I'm saying? And Mackenzie Dern has faced more adversity and,
Okay,
and
let me ask you this.
wait a minute,
Do
hold on,
you,
hold on, hold on. Hold on. She's
okay.
faced more adversity and she's got more she's engaged in those striking matches with people. So her IQ on the feet is better than Tatiana Suarez because we haven't seen that from Tatiana Suarez.
Okay. All right. Do you think, though, Suarez, no, do you think when you say comfortable in the feet, like, do you mean a little bit more educated, or do you think just comfortable because she likes to throw bombs? Like, how do you mean? What type of comfort level we talking?
What I'm trying to say is this is what I'm trying to say when I say comfortable. Let me put it like this. Mackenzie Dern has more clock time where she's standing in front of people striking. You know what I'm saying? Like she could have took the same route as Tatiana Suarez and done very little on the feet and given us very little to look at. You know what I'm saying? Very little to pull from. Yes, Tatiana Suarez had a great strike selection in this Jessica Andrade fight. You know what I'm saying? And I give her full credit for that because I feel like the Tatiana Suarez that fought Nina Ansaroff wouldn't have stood in front of Jessica Andrade with that much confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like Tatiana looked confident, but to get raw and dirty with a fighter like Mackenzie Dern on the feet, dude, is different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different kind of heat and a different kind of pressure. You know what I'm saying? Mackenzie Dern is much faster than Tatiana Suarez. Mackenzie Dern hits much harder than Tatiana Suarez. You know what I'm saying? And to me, on the feet, Mackenzie Dern is much more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? She's much more aggressive than Tatiana Suarez on the feet. Now, if the fight goes to the ground, that's the toss up. We might well toss them hats up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know how they're gonna fall.
Okay.
But on the feet, dude. I mean, I see if it ends up on the feet, the aggressor is definitely going to be Mackenzie Dern.
Okay. I agree with that. I agree she will be the aggressor, but with her being the aggressor, my thing is I just don't see Suarez giving her that clean target like Angela Hill or even Nina Ansaroff. Nina Ansaroff had been off for a little while, okay, but I expected her to be a little bit better with the striking, but she was straight up and down. Like I
Yeah,
already see Suarez taking a much cleaner approach than all of them girls because all you have to do with Dern, look, it's simple. Like with what Suarez has learned in her last fight, I believe truly that if she does a lot of that in this fight, Dern could already lose 2 rounds. She's already 2 rounds behind in this fight. All you got to do is move side to side, and you don't give her a target, she's done. Like, all right, Gabby says she's slower. Yeah, Suarez may be slower, but Suarez can have timing on her side. Dern being faster, Dern's going to come out throwing quick hands, and all you have to do is predict those offensive blitzes. You know, those blitzes she does, and I think Suarez has success there
Yeah, but
alone.
it's not just blitzes with Mackenzie Dern though. Like Mackenzie Dern throws 3, 4, 5 strike combinations though.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
she
yes,
do, but then she smothers like on 4 and 5. She's like smothered him because she likes to push to the cage. Then
yeah, yeah. That's her game plan. That's what she does.
it
You know,
kind of
like
gasses her out though because she did that to Marina and it gassed her out. Imagine doing that to Big Suarez here. Suarez going to take her down with quickness, man. See,
at
imagine if
Tatiana's
Marina.
own risk though. At her own, yeah, she can take her down all she wants to at her own risk though. I'm not saying that Mackenzie Dern gonna go ahead and beat Tatiana Suarez,
I
but
know.
you know, say it again.
Oh, I was saying, I know.
But I'm saying that it's not gonna be some. It's not gonna be some blowover like that. Like Mackenzie Dern, no, it's not gonna be some. It ain't gonna be some blowover like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Mackenzie Dern ain't no one dimensional can out here. Like this, you know what I'm saying? As Tatiana Suarez, this is a new time. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a new time. The fighter that needs to make sure that they're caught up right now is Tatiana Suarez. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love Tatiana Suarez, but you know what I'm saying? These girls, while she's been out, these girls have been active. You know what I'm saying? So Tatiana is going to have to deal with the people who are now in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? She's going to have to deal with an unpredictable and explosive fighter like Mackenzie Dern. She's going to have to deal with somebody like a powerful, very sturdy, very grounded striker in Amanda Lemos. You know what I'm saying? Well-rounded champion in Jean Willie. Like she's going to have to. It's a new landscape for Tatiana at 115. Get it? We know who Tatiana is. We know how good she is. We still have all the faith in the world because we've rooted and supported for Tatiana this entire time. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, to be realistic, you know, the pace that these girls were fighting at when Tatiana was her last, you know, her fight before she went out, it ain't the same pace anymore.
No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the days of like breaking girls in 1 or 2 rounds, that's done now. It really is, you know, because that 4 year period she was gone, I get it. You know, Dern was adding more to her game. You know, she was definitely adding more to her game. And I think Suarez is too. I just think, man, like when it comes down to that stand up though, like Dern, if she is not careful this time, you know, she could get outstruck by Suarez to me. Like I still think I don't see it because I'm seeing the same thing that last time because a lot of people thought Dern was going to knock out Marina. People were saying Dern was going to beat Marina. I was like, nah, she ain't. Like her level of striking ain't there yet. And same thing with Yan Zhang. I was like, nope, she ain't going to submit Yan. Her level ain't there yet. People think she's going to. I'm still seeing the same thing here. Maybe it's not because Suarez's striking is not on Marina's level and Yan's level, but I'm not seeing her just like having this clean target to make her look like she did in Angela Hill fight, man. I think
What has Tatiana Suarez shown you to make you think that she would go in there and outstrike Mackenzie Dern? Like what has Mackenzie Dern showed you versus what Tatiana has showed you that makes you think Tatiana will outclass Dern on the feet?
well, number one, I won't say like I'm 100% now, but because nothing is, but what I seen in Andrade fight was the biggest weakness that if Dern's is that Dern has in the first place. You know, her fighting a moving target. You know, Suarez was showing me that she can be calm and cool against a power hitter.
But how long can Suarez do that?
Yeah, that's the one thing we need to see. You know, that's just the one thing we need to see.
because these grapplers, you know what I'm saying? The one thing about these grapplers, um, see, that makes you appreciate people like Casey O'Neill, Jennifer Maya, stuff like that. Because some of these grapplers, if you take them out of that grappling mode and you make them strike, bro, you can see them gas. Like the great Damian Maya, Charles Oliveira. Some of these real grapplers, when they're forced to stand and trade, bro, they can tire. Like they can fatigue real bad. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But on the flip side, you got, you know, grapplers like Casey O'Neill and Jennifer Maya and Tyler Santos, you know what I'm saying, and Mackenzie Dern, who can go from bell to bell with you on the feet. It may not look the best, it may not be the best, you know what I'm saying, but all grapplers don't have that ability to stand and trade for three or 5 rounds.
But I think Suarez has that. You know, she's got that. She's a wrestler. She's got that wrestler cardio. You know, I believe that she has the ability to go a high paced 3 rounds with Mackenzie Dern. You know, I think she has that in her. I mean, with what she trains with and who she trains with, you know, she's not, you know, they're not taking it easy on her. You know, she's training hard, like hard rounds to where she's getting her cardio pushed. And I think as long as the pace is where she can keep it from side to side, it should be no problem with her legs. It should be no issue with her picking her shots, because if she's not getting hit, I don't think that's going to take a lot out of her at the moment. As long as she's making Dern miss, you know, it's Dern, I believe, the one that's going to have to worry about getting gassed. Like again, she did in the arena fight by 4 and 5. Yeah, she was still fighting, but she didn't really have the focus anymore to even come close to finishing Marina at that point, in my opinion. Um, Angela Hill gave her the confidence because Angela Hill was already always there to be tagged. But the more movement you have and the more elusiveness you have, I think that's what takes her focus away.
I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. It's that's a hard one for me, bro. Like
It is, man. That's why we got to see it. I believe
that's a
this is a
hard
good
one.
one, man.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
Yeah.
That's a good fight for sure. You know what I'm saying? And if it goes to the ground, which, you know, there's a high chance. So the low chance is if this fight stays on the feet for 3 rounds. The high chance is that this fight, somebody gonna get dumped. Somebody gonna get, you know, Mackenzie Dern might head throw Tatiana. Tatiana might dump Mackenzie Dern. Somebody, some way, somehow, this fight might go to the ground. You know what I'm saying? But if that in that small chance, if this fight stays on the feet, it don't even have to stay on the feet. Even I mean, let's look at a more realistic scenario, okay? You know what I'm saying? This fight probably gonna end up being a real mixed martial arts fight. You know what I'm saying? This fight may hit the mat. I see them kind of canceling each other out, and for many different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because but to me, it's gonna matter when whoever gets taken down stands up. And when they stand up, even if they do stand up, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody stands up and then they're back on their feet after a long grappling exchange, who do you really give the striking advantage to in those situations? You
Oh,
know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you.
Like that's like a clear, like in those situations right there, you know, coming out the gate, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, Tatiana Suarez may be able to get some things off. But in the situations, well, let's say, you know, somebody got taken down and then somebody worked back up to their feet, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we deep in the round 2, you know what I'm saying? And there's 2 minutes left in the round to go and the fight gets back to the feet. You know what I'm saying? The clear striking advantages as this fight goes on. And the chances of Mackenzie Dern landing something crazy goes up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Like throughout the fight, and throughout different situations and wherever this fight can take place at, in situations like that is where Dern can be real dangerous, because that's what happened in the Angela Hill fight. Like there was a lot of clinching and stuff going on in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And when they broke loose, every time they broke loose, Mackenzie Dern, right on Angela Hill, backing her up every time. Because that's the explosiveness for Mackenzie Dern, the commitment to the strikes, her knowing I can land hard, and it may not look pretty, you know what I'm saying, which we shouldn't we shouldn't put the aesthetic expectations on a scrappy grappler anyways for the hands. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna look the best. But she gonna throw. I'm gonna throw it. You know what I'm saying? And Mackenzie Dern throws them and she lands them. I've never seen that from Tatiana Suarez, so I can't give her that kind of advantage if I haven't really seen it.
Okay. All right. I'm going off of the last fight, and even just like her form, man, like I just think if she's committed to that type of form and she doesn't look bad and she's still connecting, I think if they go train for this fight, if this fight happens and they train for it, I think that is going to be the style that they train for that's going to give Dern problems. You know, like again, I just think it comes down to her being able to move and stay out of harm's way of these big shots. Just like, you know, Aaron, you know, she never fought a puncher like Andrade, but they had the striking, they had the level of range that they needed to keep. Distance management was studied, all of that. So I think, you know, Suarez with her, it's gonna be different than the Angela Hill fight. Like I think the get up from takedowns or takedowns, get up. You know, I think Tatiana is not gonna have a problem with that. You know, again, because you know she's doing that now when it comes to her drills. So
we haven't seen Tatiana deep like that, though. We haven't seen Tatiana face the adversity that Mackenzie Dern has faced, though. Like Mackenzie Dern has been in that situation deep into a third round in a grueling fight. You know what I'm saying? Like she's been there. You know what I'm saying? Like we maybe seen that. Like we've seen that probably once from Tatiana Suarez when she fought Nina Ansaroff, and that wasn't even a scrappy fight. Like that fight was just kind of like, I don't know. That was a weird fight. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we haven't seen Tatiana in the trenches that we've seen Mackenzie Dern in. And that's just realistic. That's just, you know, that's just real, you know?
Yeah. That's reality. I mean, it's true off of fights. And I think, to me, I think some of that just comes down to, some of it is opponents and, you know, the inactivity. It's the inactivity as far as we haven't had a chance to see her in that. But I also put it on the fact, you know, Mackenzie draws some of these fights out because she doesn't really make adjustments too. Like she's kind of forcing herself to be a dog sometimes because she's not coming in there executing cleaner punches. You know what I mean? Like sometimes she lets that dog get in the way. But somebody said 5-round fight. Ooh. And I mean, in that, I would give the advantage to Dern when it comes to 5 rounds, really, because she already did. How many 5-round main events has she done? Two or three. Yeah, she's Jan Jana, Mackenzie Dern, Marina versus Dern. Yeah. So yeah, she's already had 10-round experience on that level. So you know, she has that going for her too. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that one couple of those elements that Suarez is bringing with this stand-up is going to be it'll be a problem. And Suarez just has to have the focus to keep it, though. You know, 6 said, I'm just saying Dern could dig deep enough to beat Suarez because I can see Suarez digging deeper. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, anything can happen in this fight. I mean, Dern, more active, been around a little bit longer. Anything can happen in this fight. GAP says she had 3 main events. Okay, yeah, it's 3. Yeah, Angela Hill was a main event. That's right.
Ravioli says Dern got that pace. Yeah, that's another thing too. That pace that Dern's fight said. But this fight very well could be. This fight very well could be a main event.
Yeah, I say book it as a main event. They should do this thing as a UFC fight night.
Yeah, a fight night main event. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like I'm down with that. What's up with Alexa Grasso and Valentina being on a fight night though?
Oh man, is that for real, man? Like, I mean, like that's what I'm saying. I know it is, but I'm just saying, yeah, like you saying that that's pay-per-view worthy, man.
It's especially after the way Alexa Grasso turned that shit around. You know, so the way she did that shit on that pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying? Like from now on, like I mean, at least they headlining it though, you know.
Yeah.
Hold on, Combo. Hold on.
Okay, that's messed up though, y'all. They kind of cheating Grasso. Robot Chickens, what's up, man? He said JP to go down in divisions. Don't miss weight is impressive, especially on short notice. Yeah, Ravioli said Dern has got some pace. Yeah, especially she already got 15 rounds in the book in the books and main events. So yeah. Let me see. JP said Tatiana did tell Eric she doesn't want to fight that low. Okay, she said she will though if that's what the UFC wants. Okay. Yeah, so if they book it, man, they might put her up in there. Main event on a fight night, like yeah, book it. Six says it's gonna happen. I think yeah, we done talked this thing up for November, December. Watch.
Dern
They,
like that review money, bro. She like that PPV money.
yay. Man, yeah, like I said, BJ, they kind of cheated Grasso out of a main event. I thought
Yeah,
that was the
they
whole
cheating
purpose of
Grasso.
beating Valentina, man.
Yeah, they cheating Grasso, bro. Pay per view points and all of that shit. Like, yeah, man, they jipping the champ. They used to do that to Demetrius Johnson too, though.
Oh yeah, they did. Saying he wasn't
They'd
exciting
have
enough.
they'd have Demetrius Johnson on a fight night. I'm like, why is he the only champion defending his belt on fight night card? Like, that's crazy, dude. Like, Alexa Grasso is the only champion since Demetrius Johnson to defend her belt on a fight night card.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Like, why are they doing that? That's strange to me, though.
I don't know, man. Like to me, I thought that was supposed to be the step up. Like Grasso done went undefeated at flyweight. She finishes Valentina. That sounds like a pay per view worthy person to me. Like I mean, you would do it for Brandon Moreno. Why not do it for Grasso?
Right.
I'm
That's what
just
I'm
saying.
saying.
That's how I see. I mean, just put some heavy hitters as a co-main event under, and you got a card, man.
Yeah, bro. You ain't lying, bro. Nah, I'm with you on that, bro. Like, I'm with them fighting on pay per view every day of the week, bro. Like, I don't understand, but that's what the UFC does. That's what we got. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, GAP said Valentina was a champ for how long, and she still doesn't get a main spot on pay per view. They could have just built a really great undercard. Yeah, they should have just
Yeah.
put this as a pay per view and put a great co-main event and undercard, man. But like they actually went backwards on Grasso.
It does have the potential to be lackluster. There's always that potential with the Valentina Shevchenko fight for it to be lackluster. You know what I'm saying? Like
You mean as far as like action wise?
yes, yes. There's always that chance for Valentina because Valentina will fight that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll fight that fight.
Yeah, the Liz Carmouche fight wasn't oh yeah, that the Liz Carmouche fight, yeah. When you think of that type of fight, yeah.
Right. You know. So I see like the reasoning behind it because Valentina, especially being finished by Grasso, she might come out here extra cautious, like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it.
This Grasso Shevchenko card, they're loading it down with women though. I mean, they got Tracy Cortez, Calvillo, Lupi. Who else is on here? They got Calvillo versus Elise Reed, Sam versus Lupi,
Yeah.
Tracy Cortez versus Jasmine. Shoot,
And what's
man.
the date on that fight?
What you say?
What's the date on that fight?
September 16th.
Okay. So we're a little over a month away from that fight. Okay.
I guess it's cool. I mean, if Grasso and them ain't complaining, I mean, I guess, I just thought that, when you beat a champ, you get a main event card, pay-per-view card. That's all.
I mean, everybody else does. I mean, of course, that's what we're gonna think, bro. Everybody else does.
Yeah.
Bro, I just, it's summertime, bro. And Combo, we live in the country, homie. And
Yeah.
I was, as I was walking through my house, seeing one of them damn water bugs, bro. I'm chasing that motherfucker. I don't know where it's at, but bro, I hate them damn things, bro.
Yeah, they'll wait at the door, man. They'll wait at the door.
Yeah, I'm
They be,
telling you,
they
man.
be out at my like job, like when you go out towards the parking lot,
Yeah.
they be coming straight out the woods. So is
Yeah.
where is Shevchenko Grasso taking place at? Is
They
it
keep saying UFC Noche. I don't know where that's at. Maybe is it Mexico? Like I don't know where that's at.
is it?
They keep saying UFC Noche. That's the name of the fight night.
Is
Like
Noche
Noche.
just is that just evening? Is that just mean evening?
Nah, it's like hashtag. It means night. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's literally hashtag UFC Noche. I'm just like, okay. No, any info on what this means? Like nothing. They just UFC Noche. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Easy E said they don't even do championship fights on fight nights. They cheated grass so bad. That is weird. Because imagine this is a fight night and you got a champ coming on a fight night. I don't see it, man. They did it wrong, man. They should just do another title fight on this card, man. If they didn't really
You,
believe into it, put out their heart into it. Why don't they put the vacant light heavyweight belt on the line? This fight card.
well, I don't. Apparently, the light heavyweight belt is not vacant.
I thought Jamal Hill. So
Well, when Jan Blachowicz and Alex Pereira fought, the commentators were talking. They were saying, they're all chasing Jamal Hill, the champion. And then when Jamal Hill was tweeting during the fight, they were like, tweets from the champ. You know what I'm saying? So they're still referring to him as the champion. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I found that damn bug too. I got his ass. Sorry, come on. Now I can focus on the conversation. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna backtrack here, BJ. All right. So Juju Miller, man, what does she do? Should she be released or not?
Released? No. No.
Okay. Why?
Because I think Juju could really benefit from like a change of camp, maybe. Like maybe it's time for Juju to look elsewhere from where she's at because clearly they're not getting her ready. They're not teaching her. They're not like working on like the mental side of shit for Juju. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen what Juju can do. It's just like when she's out there, we're just seeing mistake after mistake after mistake because she's being overzealous. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the UFC lights are still tearing her ass up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I think she needs at least one more shot.
Okay. And who should that be against?
Like a Agapova or Teresa Bleda, or it would have been good if they'd have kept Mandy Baum around. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a fight. Her versus Mandy Baum, Teresa Bleda, Victoria Leonardo. I'm trying to think. No, not Jazz Divisius. Maybe well, that's really about it.
Yeah, that's what kind of makes it a little slim for me, man. Like I think maybe she could beat one of those girls, but I don't think that would be enough time to reinvent or improve to beat another level. Like I don't see her beating Montana. I don't see her beating Montana. I don't see her beating Gatto.
She won't beat Montana.
No, she ain't gonna beat Montana or Gatto. She ain't gonna beat what is that girl's name? She definitely ain't beating Lipsky.
No.
Lipsky would.
Don't put her in there with Lipsky. No, don't do it like that. Now
that's a stoppage win right there.
yeah. Don't do it like that. Yeah, but that's what I said. Like Victoria Leonardo or somebody like that.
Leon Na. No, Leon Na is fighting JJ Aldridge though.
Leon Na getting ready to get her ass beat, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just being real, bro.
Against who? Against Juju or against JJ?
No, didn't you say she's fighting JJ,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, she's fighting JJ. But I
Yeah,
mean, do
but I
you
feel like
think?
JJ. I feel like JJ Aldridge about to dice her up, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, she is.
Did
Cause
you-
she ain't even know she ain't no flyweight, man. That girl tall and thin. That girl is strawweight, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. And JJ Aldridge. What does JJ have to do though, bro? Like, does JJ have to pull the trigger, bro, and stop hitting these girls and taking pictures?
Yeah, she just got to put them together, man. She got to go in there and ping her, like you said, man. Go in there and ping her with that left hand.
Bro, JJ got some clean boxing, bro. But for one, she too lackluster with it. And for two, you know what I'm saying? She hit you, and if she sting you, she take 3 steps back.
Yeah, man.
I
That's what
told you.
I ain't gonna lie. That's what cost her against Aaron Blanchfield because she won the first round against Aaron, but then like she gave Aaron too much space, and Aaron just caught her in the moment, man.
Aaron figured it out. Yeah, Aaron figured it out, dude. Quick. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know. But if we get an aggressive JJ Aldrich, then yeah. But we did get a more aggressive JJ Aldrich against Ariane Lipsky, and she still got beat.
Man, it was just the wrong game plan, man. Because it was an improved Ariane Lipsky. I'm gonna be real. Lipsky's takedown defense and them knees to her body, them knees to the gut were really making the difference, man. Aaron JJ said Aaron's improved since JJ. Yeah, yeah, she has improved since then.
Who?
He said Aaron improved since the JJ Aldridge fight.
Oh yeah. She's definitely more defensively responsible because she was not in that fight, and that's what had me. That's what had me worried, sick about Aaron Blanchfield going into that Jessica Andrade fight because literally with Aaron being so much hype on Aaron and being everybody being on her like that, like the last thing I wanted to see was her get dumped, get obliterated by Jessica Andrade, and I was like, because Aaron took that fight with no hesitation, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? She took that short notice replacement with no hesitation, dude. But I was like, man, if she come in there and approach Andrade the way she approached JJ Aldridge, she gonna get sent into orbit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't. So I mean, that was an improvement. She kept it tight. She definitely kept it tight.
All right, so yeah, you think Juju should stick around? All right, so I guess
Yeah, I think she should.
I don't know, man. I think they're probably gonna do that. They're probably gonna give her one more fight, but
Man, they let Victoria Leonardo stick around till she got to win.
how many fights has Victoria Leonardo had? She
She's
only
had
won one
she's
fight,
had
right?
4, right?
She's had 6.
She's had 4 in the UFC, right? 3 or 4.
Let me see.
She had the Manon fight that she broke her arm in. Then she had the Melissa Gatto fight. So she's at 3, and then she had the Mandy Bone fight.
No, the Gatto fight, she broke her arm in because
She broke her arm in both of them fights.
Oh, she did. Wow.
Yeah, she broke her arm in the Manon fight, and then turned around and broke it in the Gatto fight.
Dang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she got messed up, and she been getting messed up, man. So yeah, Mandy was her only victory. So yeah, they'll probably give Juju one more chance. But if Juju don't show up this time, man, that's it, man.
So who's next? Speaking of Juju, though, who's next for Veronica Macedo, though? I can see them making like a Veronica Macedo versus Jasmine Jasdavizius.
Well, Jasmine's fighting Tracy Cortez next.
Oh, that's right. Well, who should she fight? Who should Veronica Macedo fight next?
Shoot, her in Montana, man.
Ooh.
Or Miranda.
Ooh.
That's a good fight for Miranda, I think, as far as taking on a striker and seeing if she can stop her. Take her down, man.
I don't know, man. I gotta see Miranda Maverick come out hard, man. You know what I'm saying? Like she did against Priscilla, man. Like I want to see her come out hard. You know what I'm saying? Like she can play that pit pat game in there with Veronica Macedo. Like she won't be as, I don't think she'll be as motivated to hit as hard as she did against Priscilla against Veronica. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
No,
if
no, no. She won't be able to because Veronica moves more, so that's
right.
where I think it'll get interesting.
The Veronica might beat her up, dude. Veronica came out of nowhere with that dub over Juju,
But she
though.
ain't. Oh man, that's Juju though, man. Miranda got higher IQ than that, man. Come on, you got to give Miranda more. Miranda's 5-3 in the UFC. She got 5 wins, man. She only lost to like tough fighters.
Yeah, same as Montana, but you don't give her that kind of credit, though.
Oh,
Same as Montana De La Rosa, but you don't give her that kind of credit. How many losses has Montana had in the UFC? Like 3 or 4?
like
How many
7.
wins? Nah, she ain't had no 7 losses. Nah, she ain't had no 7 losses. She got like 3, maybe 4 losses.
Okay, all right. Let me see.
She
So
lost to Andrea Lee. She lost to Vivian
Arujo,
Adarujo. Then she lost to Macy Barber and Tatiana Suarez. So that's 4 losses. How many wins she got?
she got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She got 5 too. So they're in the
Oh,
same boat. But see, Miranda did better against Macy Barber though. Miranda
that,
actually won against Macy to
that's
me.
true. That's true. Yeah, she did better against Macy. That's true. Yep. But you know Miranda will lose to Montana though. You know she
I knew
will.
that was coming, man. I don't see
You
that
know she
happen.
will lose to Montana though. You know she would.
Now, if she fight her like she did Jazzy or Jasmine, she might, because you don't need to be in there wrestling with big girls like that. But I think Miranda could move and out strike her, man.
Moving out strike Montana.
Oh yeah,
Oh no, no,
Mon-
no.
Montana ain't got the footwork like that. She got the power, but she ain't got the footwork like that.
No, she ain't got the footwork. That's what I wish she had. Dude, I wish she had the footwork, bro. But Miranda got decent footwork though.
Yeah, she do.
Yeah, maybe she got too much footwork
A little
sometimes.
too much sometimes. Yeah, yeah, she will move a little too much, but she can get out of weight because you see Catchaware threw a couple power shots and she slipped them, man. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
all right, she slipped them, man.
yeah, she slipped her, bro. She didn't really get hit there. She got hit like maybe twice.
Yeah, like 2 times in the first round, but after that, man, she was on the ground with her all
Yeah,
day, man.
yeah, bro. She put a whooping on Priscilla though. Like that's the only way you're gonna beat Priscilla though. You got to take her down and smother her, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to stand and trade with Priscilla, go ahead. Go ahead, dude.
But I gotta
That's why.
ask you, BJ, man, what's the update over there at No Filter MMA, man? When is Taylor getting back on, man?
Man, me and Taylor was supposed to go live today, bro, and we both forgot about it. Like, because he actually went to he was at the last pay-per-view event, you know what I'm saying? So he got bucket loads to talk about. But dang, dude, we both forgot about it, bro. Like Taylor, he worked that graveyard shift, dude. So
Oh yeah, that's what I do. See,
that
he in
boy
my boat too.
that boy oversleeps sometimes, and I don't even blame him for it, dude, because that boy be working, man. But we're gonna catch up probably this week, man. We both been busy, bro. Like I don't know if I told you, bro, but I'm transitioning to I'm getting ready to have to, when you get old enough, you make the correct moves. I've been in the same place for 12 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? And there's no room for me to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not
Right.
they're not looking at me for somebody they want to grow. So it's time for me to do what I got to do. So I had to find me another job doing the same thing that I do, but I want, but in a management position. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to find another job, but I got that secured. But I'm the type of person that's like, I don't like awkward situations, but I got to have that talk with my manager. Just on Wednesday is the last day I can put in a 2 weeks notice. Like I have to put my 2 weeks notice in by Wednesday.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, dude, like I've been so stressed out because I hate to have these conversations. So I'm gonna have to go in off like, bro, because brief story, our company just got bought out. So
Mhm.
the new owners are asking for all of this like tax information and make sure you use the app to sign in, and we need to sign you up for a background check. And I ain't done none of that stuff. And my boss keeps saying, "Why haven't you done the background check? Why haven't you filled out your tax information?" I'm just like, bro, I hadn't had time to do it. Like that's what I keep saying, and no, and he don't know I'm getting ready to drop that 2 weeks notice on him. But it
Oh
is,
yeah. Come
Yeah,
Wednesday, he gonna know. He gonna be like, oh, that's what he was doing.
yeah, bro. And I'm gonna be doing what he doing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm tired of sitting back and watching everybody else make that good money, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
I'm,
I mean, yeah, you get to a point like that, man. You just have to say, you know what, I have to find where I can get it, because they
and it's
be
fun to do because all the people that's been in this place, I'm in the car business, bro. I work in parts and services at a Kia dealership.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when you've been there for this long, and the people that's been there with you the same amount of years, and you look around and everybody else that's been there with you that long is in a management position except for you. I
Something
was
wrong. Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, I'm the only one from the old days, from the old school crew that's not a manager.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, it's time to get out of here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. But yeah, man, I just final prediction, man, like because the fight is this week, combo. I got to jump off here in a minute, but who you got? Lamos or Wei Lee? Who you got, bro?
See, that's the thing. I was gonna say, man, I'm gonna hold out, man. I'm not gonna
How
tell
you
you.
gonna hold out, bro?
Look, you and Taylor, y'all got to get on either Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday, one of these 3 days. And y'all got to do a 292 show, man.
Okay, okay. Yeah, we have to do a 292 show because he's got some shit he's got to talk about. But yeah, man, yeah, we'll do it this week. I told him we gotta do it this week, dude. I was like, bro, how you gonna come on every week consistently? And then we ain't been on in like 3 weeks. I'm like, bro, people are asking where you at, bro. Dude, I'm telling you. But yeah, I'm gonna get it back on though, man, because
I want,
it's go
I
ahead.
want, I want to hear his take on the Sterling fight too. Sterling O'Malley. I got to hear what he thinks about the main event for sure.
Oh God, dude, this dude, he gonna, Taylor gonna hit for one. I know he gonna be talking shit about O'Malley, and for two, he gonna talk shit about the whole. Because Taylor hate one thing. This dude hate is when a champion finish fighting and they next contender comes in the cage. Taylor hate that shit, dude. He hate that shit more than anything on this world. Just watch, bro. He gonna say, keep that WWE shit at WWE. He can't stand that shit, bro. And I know he's gonna say something about that. But dude, who you got in that fight? I got Aljamain Sterling.
Oh yeah, I got Sterling. And I know he probably got something to say about Cody Garbrandt because he's out. He's off the card.
Yeah, Cody's out, man. Cody I feel like his body is failing him, dude.
Yeah,
Because
he's injured again. So yeah,
Cody had he came in hot, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had his moment at bantamweight, you know what I'm saying, when he beat Dominic Cruz, dude. But after that, dude, it was hard for Cody. Like Cody Garbrandt went through some hell in them fights, bro. Getting knocked out twice by TJ Dillashaw, like
yeah.
somebody else knocked him out. Like he took some brutal knockouts, bro. And then he went down to 25, and Kai Car France knocked him out. I'm like, bro, this dude he had to get new teeth.
Yeah, when he gets knocked out, he be turned off too. I mean, like when he gets hit, he's off. Like last couple of times he got knocked out, he was turned off completely. Like he won't be rocked. He's off.
Yeah, yeah, bro. And he had to get new teeth and everything, dude, because he had took so many shots to the mouth. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, his teeth, his bite had to. Fighters say when they bite changes, like when you clamp your teeth down and it don't feel the same as it normally does, they're like, that you got some teeth issues, dude. And when he said he started feeling that, bro, he had to get new teeth. Connor too.
Mhm.
That's why you see a lot of these fighters think about these fighters you see with these new teeth. You know what I'm saying? These are all the people who done been rock. Conor McGregor, Molly McCann, Anthony Smith, now Cody Garbrandt. Like they all got these new teeth. Yeah, they nice and shiny, but it's the reason they got those teeth, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Patty Pimblett. Even though Patty ain't lost in the UFC, Patty done been knocked around a lot in the UFC and in Cage Warriors.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like Patty done been chin checked a lot of times for a fighter who hadn't lost that much. You know what I'm saying? So
I
yeah,
don't know what's on his side, but like that last fight, it was
his
the last
mind,
fight.
It was the last two fights.
Yeah, the last two.
Dude, Patty done been the last fight was a robbery. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I
saying?
was saying. Yeah, that one he lost to me, but yeah, he really got it in that fight.
But the fight it wasn't the last two fight. It was his third fight back because the fight before his last fight I think was the Jordan Levitt fight, and he finished Jordan Levitt. But the
Yeah,
fight before that,
yeah,
dude, he was getting rocked. You know what I'm saying? But this last one, bro, he got robbed, dude. Who was that he was fighting? What was the guy's name?
Hold on, let me check because
Get that guy's name.
Gordon. It was Jared Gordon.
Jared Flash Gordon. Yeah, dude. Man, he got robbed.
Yeah.
Because Patty was getting rocked, dude. But I'm telling you, it's gonna take the right person at that weight class at 155. It's gonna be matched up with Patty, bro. And somebody gonna put Patty out, bro. Somebody gonna put Patty to sleep.
Oh yeah, it's only a matter of time,
It's
man.
coming, bro.
It's only a matter of time. He knows that, man. So he just hanging out. He just hanging
He
out.
talking about like Dan Hooker, you know what I'm saying? Like he talking about Dan Hooker now. I'm like, dude, yeah, look at who Dan Hooker lost to, though. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at what Dan Hooker can do, Dan Hooker could send Patty into orbit, bro. I'm not even joking because Dan Hooker is like when he's on, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude, he beat up Terrence McKinney, bro. I had chills going down my spine.
I knew you would like that fight. I knew you would get. I knew you would get a rise out of that fight. Dan
But man,
Hooker.
listen, I gotta get off here, bro.
Okay, yeah, man. But hey, y'all subscribe to No Filter MMA.
Yes, sir.
Because he
Yes,
gonna be
sir.
on with Taylor sometime this week. Fingers
Yo,
crossed. They're gonna talk
yes.
292, and that's I might give you my pick if you get on that show, man.
Okay. Yeah, you can give me your pick, bro. So we're gonna get on. We're gonna talk about it. So, fuck yeah, man. We'll link up, bro. But me and Taylor, I'm gonna try to get him maybe because I'm off Tuesday, so
Mhm.
I might snag him on Tuesday,
Okay.
and and then we'll make shit happen on Tuesday. So yeah. Look for me and Taylor on Tuesday, guys.
All right. Good luck with your stuff going on with work this
Yes,
week.
sir. Yes, sir, man.
All right, later, bro.
Yes, sir. Later, bro.
All right, yo. So I'm about to jump off here. BJ, make sure you go subscribe to No Filter MMA. Got a good channel over there interviewing a lot of fighters. Interviewing Austin Hubbard, Deanna Bennett, Curtis Blades. We've interviewed Jillian Robertson numerous times. Dean Thomas. Oh man, that last interview Austin Hubbard was on point too. You know, I definitely want y'all to check that out though. But yeah, shout out to BJ, man. Yeah, get him to 1,000, man. Get him to 1,000. He needs it more than a lot of people out there. As far as like what comes to quality to me, you know. Let me see. Robot Chicken said, "What happened? We just can't get in there. Things get ugly for." That he said, 06 at Grasso would KO Tyler Santos. Wow. I don't know, man. Yeah, Austin Hubbard and Kurt Hollabaugh. That's gonna be the next one, right? JP said, "When you going live, BJC." He said, "BJ, when you going live, man? Y'all got to do the 292 show, man. I'm gonna try to do a 292 show this week, just for the women too. That's all I'm just doing. You know, I got pick for the Silver Girls and Whaley Lamos this week. But you be having a lot of people around the world in this thing, man. It's still a trip to me sometimes. You know, you got people all over. And I appreciate people coming through and just want to talk the sport. Yeah, shout out to Yams. Earlier he had said great live. It was 2:25 in the morning over there in England. He said he was knackered. I guess tired. He said, sorry I left too many comments. Nah, man, you just keep commenting. That's cool. He said, I'll catch up on the replay. Take care, everyone, and hope you have a great rest of the stream for sure. Easy said, can't wait for Embedded Monday. Yeah, I'm going to tune into that, man. Shoot. Let me see. Robot Chicken said Valentina gets everyone to the ground. That's not like getting taken down by hand of ciphers or something. Robot Chicken said Grasso kicks Santos behind. Oh man. I mean, she could outstrike her. She could definitely outwork her. She's got the stand up game to outwork her. Sometimes, Santos holds back, but if it gets physical, Santos has a chance. Oh boy. BJ said Grasso reigns for a while until she fights O'Neal. Uh-oh. Anybody else believe that? I could agree with you for part of that, BJ, that she could reign for a while, but you say O'Neal. Oh boy. Let's ask JP. JP, do you think Grasso loses to Casey O'Neal? Does Casey O'Neal take the belt from Grasso? JP said, I'm just saying Macy Barber will never be champ. Oh man, I don't know. I don't think she beats Grasso. Somewhere along the line, I don't know, man. BJ said, you mean Blanchfield or Santos? Manone gets that belt before Casey O'Neal does. Manone gets that belt for Casey. Tyler will get the belt for Casey. Aaron gets it for Casey. I'm just playing, man. BJ, I think she's 4-1 in the UFC. Yeah, she's 4-1. Her resume, I think the resume of Miranda's is stronger than Casey O'Neal's. Miranda's at 8 fights, man. Miranda's at 8 fights, and she's lost to some tough fighters, man. And Macy wasn't one of them. She lost to Jasmine and Aaron. Clearly lost to them. Yeah. Manon beat Grasso as well. I think Manon has a skill set to do it, man. I think she does it. I don't see Manon get submitted like that. I think people don't see Manon actually makes adjustments in fights. Some people think she just does one thing, but she does some effective things in there. Clinch game is tight. If she can get some takedowns, kicks are good. Six said Aaron is taking that title next. Aaron can get that title, man. Any of them girls I mentioned, they up there. BJ said Grasso works Manon like she worked Valentina. I don't know about that. I got this Rose fight coming up. We'll see if Rose throws herself in the mix. Yeah, mine went, 30-27? If I go live for the Whaley fight, we'll see if I can. Man, that's gonna be a wild one. I gotta do some videos talking about it this week. I know, just to rile some people up. That's the thing people think I'm doing because I don't like Whaley. I like Whaley. I'm a fan of Whaley. Aaron ain't beating Grasso either. Aaron can beat Grasso too. Aaron get it to the ground. Aaron gonna do something. Blanchfield gets that before any of them. Six said Blanchfield gets it before any of them. Yeah, well, with 30-27. I'm gonna watch that fight. I'm gonna watch that fight sometime tonight, man. Just to watch it too. My word, Casey. JP said, BJ, who would you favor against Pena? Who would you favor against Pena? Against Pena? I think, man. I think Holly's. Before that Myra Bueno Silva fight, now I think Holly, yeah. I think Holly's style could beat Pena. 6'7" Manon does two things and does nothing. In doing nothing is one of oh my goodness. Manon does a lot of things. Manon would be undefeated, man. You make it sound like she a one-dimensional fighter, man. No. You don't get this far doing nothing. JP said I favor a few against Pena, honestly. I favor a few against Pena. I would Rocky could win against Pena. She has the technical skills to beat Pena. Not necessarily saying she does it, but I think she could. Holly Holm, I think style wise, could, but I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure what these bantamweights are doing right now. Shatara got the best matchup. Ooh, MBS smokes Pena. Pena smokes Raquel. Wow. Y'all said she's smoking everybody, man. Pena and Holly's 50-50. Yeah, Pena and Holly, I think that would be an interesting matchup, but Myra Bueno Silva couldn't even smoke Montana. Ooh. She got a point taken in that fight, too, for grabbing the fence. Made that junk a draw. They both made me mad in that fight, man, because nobody had no urgency in that fight. Myra Bueno Silva grabbing fences. Montana not letting her hands go. I don't know what they was thinking. Home need to go somewhere and start a gym or something. Oh, she is up there, man. Like, I think it's about time for her to be done, man. Like Holly, she's done enough for the game. I like Holly a lot too, but 41 physically, I'm sure she got to be feeling the same damage. I mean, even more because she took some damage in the Cyborg fight. Nunes only went one round with Cyborg, barely that. But Holly went 5 with Cyborg, man. I'm sure that catches up with her. Six over here trolling. He said the flyweight division was nothing when Manon climbed up. Man, come on, man. She fought better competition than KCLDL. She fought better competition than a lot. Then Grasso. She actually fought better competition than Grasso to me, man. Except the Ricci fight. That was like a late replacement, man. But, now I know you trolling Six. The flyweight division wasn't even that much changed around. It's the same girls that these other girls. What are you talking about, man? She beat Chikagan and Jennifer Maya and Myra Bueno Silva. It wasn't her fault when Marina Moreau pulled out of the fight. This is one of the hottest divisions. I mean, even like when these girls were on the come up, they still had like girls that were legit. BJ said they all don't want to fight Chikagan. No, they don't. And not all of them can beat her. Grasso, Grasso fought the same girls if you want to compare. So Grasso, what did she do? She fought the same thing, right? She fought Macy Barber. She fought Jin Kim. She fought Arujo. Arujo is probably the toughest out of them, but even then, Maya's a tougher test than Arujo, right? JoJo, I mean, she finished JoJo, but Tyler Santos already finished JoJo. So, I mean, if we're doing a resume check, that ain't going to work, right? If we doing resume check, we got to call it down to even then. We got to call it down the middle then. Oh, Six, you new to the. Come on, Six, you are kind of new. Now, BJ, I know BJ don't vouch for this. BJ, you better back this up here because he's saying the division was hot once Valentina lost the belt. Speak for yourself, Six. Because I've been saying this. I've been saying what's coming in this division is gonna be hot, and they already got fighters that are well rounded on the come up that are working. There's only been a few people, BJ and myself. We've been saying this. So you speak for you and whoever, as far as it's just starting to get hot. No, it's been hot. This division been hot when she had the belt. It has to be that. It has to be hot because if not, you won't have a hot fighter to beat her. These girls were working. You talking about well-rounded fighters on the come up. That's why it was so exciting to watch. That's why we were talking about who's gonna beat Valentina. If it was cold, then Valentina would still be here. But the division was already hot. Only the bigger channels and area Hawaiians and casual fans, they were sleeping on it before. Now they saying it's hot because Valentina lost. But I already saw what was coming. BJ saw what was coming. BJ said the division was already hot. Yeah, it was already hot. I'm gonna put this right here. BJ said, I mean, Combo just wasn't hypnotized by Valentina. We paid attention to the rest of the division, like some of y'all. That's y'all's fault. Nah, we got the receipts, baby. We got the receipts. Six. I mean, who created this whole quadruple threat thing? That's how hot the division was. Quadruple threat was 2020, man. We talking back during the pandemic when Valentina was thriving. I already saw what was coming. I told y'all Tyler Santos would possibly beat her. I wasn't sure she could, but look, she almost did. BJ put Grasso in his quadruple threat. He told y'all that she was probably going to come home and beat. BJ said BJ got the winner in his quadruple threat when it comes down to it. So I got to give BJ props because BJ put Grasso in his quadruple threat. He said she was going to beat Valentina. So you got a hot division right there. His threat, one of his threat got the belt. Tyler got up there. Manon's up there. Aaron's up there. Right? So that's what it is when it come down to it. They are the ones that we said Tyler got up there about beat Valentina a year ago. Grasso took the belt. That's what a hot division is, man. It was always interesting. It was always interesting since 2020 because I saw these girls, man. I was talent scouting. I said, these girls right here, they about to make some noise. Okay, Six said, yeah, as a purist, that's what I'm saying. Over here, we're purists. And, you know, from a general perspective, from a casual perspective, PJ says more. JP says more interesting now because they're at the top now. Yeah, and it makes it. And Coach, shout out to Coach. Shoot, I almost forgot because we still talking behind the scenes, but yeah, Coach, he had it too, man. Coach had his big three. Coach had his big three. Don't let me forget that Coach had a big three. He said it too. He'd been watching Tyler Santos and said Tyler was going to be one to take it. And she almost did. So the division was getting hot, man. Like right at that point in 2020, it was getting hot. Robot Chicken said, I want to see Lucindo versus Denise Gomez. Oh, yeah, Robot, for sure. I would love to see that. Them two are about to be my threat for strawweight. They're about to be my threat for strawweight. I can legit put them in one now, right? I can do whatever I want. But let me think about it. Six said the biggest names in history WMMA was Ronda, Nunes, Cyborg, Valentina. Everyone else where its competitors trying to earn your stripes. Coach always loved Valentina though, and six at Viana. We said Combo first started triple threat theory when COVID hit. Took 3 years to play out. We have plenty of receipts. Yeah, man, it was something. Can't believe it's been that long now. Yeah, yeah, but I know what you're saying 2-6 though. Like the general, the casual eyes, they just now say it. But over here, when we talking about building it from the ground up, we was like this person, that person, this person, that person, this person, that person. You know, I'm like, this one here is hot. This one here is the next one. JP said, BJ, I was impressed the way she stood on the ground, on the feet with Molly. I expect her to shoot it right away. It's crazy how we created triple threats for 3 years. Yeah. Easy said, I wish Nico would have panned out. I really liked her. Yeah, I like Nico. I like Nico coming out of the tough house. I really did. I wanted her to see her fight Valentine. Didn't know she was gonna win. Didn't think she would. But I think she might have given her a good fight. Yeah, at that time I wasn't even on here yet, but I was following. Man, I wish I would have had a channel back then, back in 2014. I talked a little bit of boxing and stuff, but like the Tough House was really exciting back then with the straw weights, man. Natalia is my top shelf striker. She's in my triple threat. Yeah, she's already in there. If Kareem wins this weekend, Robot, she's in there. She's gonna be number 2. Before it's Valentina's division, we knew hack lackluster how Valentina is. Dang. Yeah, Manon. Yeah, but back to Manon though, like Manon fought the right people. She fought the experienced people, you know. And like I said, if you want to say she fought even a little bit more experienced people than Alexa Grasso did. Now, as far as like styles and pure technique and what they learn, how many adjustments they can make, that's something we just have to see in actual fight. But yeah, I give Manon full credit. Yeah, no, I'm gonna rock with Manon always. But I'm just being real. Like she fought legit fighters in the division. She fought every level. I mean, Marina Moreau pulled out, Andrade pulled out. But I bet you if she beat Andrade, people wouldn't have gave her credit. But instead she beat Maya Chikagan and got her spot. JP said bantamweight hasn't grown at all. Featherweight is non-existent. You ain't lying. I mean, bantamweight. Oh my goodness! Like, give it like another 2-3 years, and it might be interesting. That one new girl, Lisboa, and Zalesnikova. They're interesting, but they're still unranked. So I say give it 2 or 3 years. You just gotta like cycle out. You gotta cycle out the old fighters. So it's gonna take a while because some of them don't want to leave yet. They gotta get beat out. Robot Chicken said, God bless Nico. She had a lot going on. She got a pass for me. Yeah, Nico, I don't really hold anything against her. Like she was holding up the division. I mean, she did step out. She didn't try to say anything snappy. She was okay, man. Like as a person, I mean, she seemed fine. She just had things going on, man. Yeah, so overall, Nico, it wasn't like Nico was doing dirt overall to me. Whatever was happening, that was on her. Let me see. Easy said Bantam used to be a glamour division too. Yeah, it's been down. Six said, all I'm saying, the hype for WMA just started growing from Whaley to the fall of Valentina. Even Nunes never got the shot deserved until she retired. You mean it started growing again from Whaley? Because I mean, it grew from Ronda and was here, right? Let's see. Colostrum said, if Maya versus Natalia stayed on the feet, who would win? Mm, might give the might give Natalia the edge because I think she's going to use more speed and movement. Maya will let combinations go if you stand in front of her, but even then, sometimes Maya's kind of stingy, man. Maya won't let go, and I think if Natalia moves, her volume, much like Chikagan, would give her problems. So I would give Natalia Silva the edge by a decision, but I think if it stayed on the feet, Maya could use timing, but if the girl's moving, it's going to be hard for her to land clean. I would go with Natalia by a decision in that. You said Lucindo versus Sam. Ooh, man, rock with Sam. Lucindo, oh, she's a beast. Lucindo's got some well-rounded skills right now. I think Lucindo's got the power and the counter punching, man. Ooh, oh man, like, oh, Sam would have to be ready for that. I'm gonna just put it that way. You got to be ready for that fight, man, because Lucindo is really showing some well-rounded skills, man. Easy says Strike Force made WMMA high. Yeah, I mean that's not a lie. That's not a lie. Gina Carano, and all of those, because that's where it started too. Like I used to put fights on DVD from Strike Force too. Like it didn't start with the UFC. It started with Strike Force. Like I was, watching these fights at work. I used to put them on DVD and like go back and watch them. And they were all like off of Showtime and stuff. It was off of Strike Force. Caitlin Young, he's one of my favorite fighters. So. A close one says Sam's wrestling could be effective and wear Lucindo down. Yeah, yeah, her wrestling could be effective. Um, I think a rangy fight would be dangerous. You know, Sam will have to really pick up combinations early because Sam, like, not Sam, but Lucindo likes to counter punch. She can set up counters, but Poliana showed some moments where you can let your hands go. On the ground, Lucindo looks strong, but Sam, yeah, her wrestling could be effective. Sam's got a good jab too. I mean, Sam lets her jab go. Sam's lets a good jab go. It's a good disruptor. So I would need to see it play out. And she does adjust too in a fight. Like I noticed she will make adjustments in a fight too. So both of them make adjustments. So it'd be a good fight. 6 at Ronda made it hot, and then went stagnant. And then the hype started picking up. Even Dana never felt for a WWE fighter the way Ronda until Whaley stepped on the scene. Yeah, Dana's all about his green. BJ said Pena's going to be real mad when she runs forward with her eyes closed and gets took down by Myra Winter-Silva. Myra Winter-Silva, he said, it's smoker, man. Yeah, but we got a good week coming up, man. We got a good fight week coming up, and I'm gonna be talking this week if time lets me. and work doesn't get in the way. Holstrom said, let's say Natalia Silva beats Lee in impressive fashion. Who would you match her up against next? Ooh, let me look at the rankings. If Lee loses in impressive fashion, I'm going to look at the rankings right now. All right. Holstrom said, if Natalia. All right. So let's go ahead and say Natalia Silva would take the 13th spot. That would make Natalia 13. I would give her Lauren Murphy or Macy Barber. I would match her up against Lauren Murphy or Macy Barber because she's 13. I would match her up against the 7 or 8. But since that would be 4 fights for her, she could be ready for the number 5. You know the 5 is Chikagan. Those are the 3 names I would probably say. I would put Natalia Silva in there at that point. Macy Barber, Lauren Murphy, or Caitlin Chikagan. Because at that point, those are the free names I'm looking at. Those are the free names that I think would get her where she should be at this point. Macy would be a test, though. Yeah, Macy Barber's a good one. Macy Barber would be a good test at that point. Because Macy Barber is, fresher than them two, and she's dangerous, strong, 3-round fighter. Lauren, I would say, is more of a gimme to put her in the top 10. Chikagan is dangerous too, though, but not like physically dangerous. She's more technically dangerous, can expose you. But I think Macy would bring like that type of energy to make you adjust like Grasso had to. BJ said nobody wants to fight Chikagan. Tyler Santos did call her out, man. She said, I'll fight any of the blonde girls. She was like, I'll fight Manon, Chikagan, and I want my rematch with Valentina. So, yeah, Tyler Santos, I'll fight any of them blonde girls. That's how she said it, too. I think she said that. I think that's how she put it. Like, the translation had the word blonde in there. That's all I saw. 6 said top WMMA fighters from the start of everything. When everything was hot was Cyborg, Ronda, Carano was the Forrest Griffith of the sport. Easy, I don't see why they don't want to fight Chikagan. You can walk through any shot she throws. It's something more than that, man. Like, I don't know if it's them push kicks to the stomach or it's the frustration. Like, Andrade seen it easy. Like, Andrade, she was like, I'm walking through this mess. Personally, I thought Manon should have wrestled her to death. I thought Manon should just took her down and just started out grappling and just like smashing her on the ground like Valentina did. Because, yeah, you can walk through and she's stronger, too. I was like, just take that approach. Man, the E-Boss was tossing her around. Yeah, but Natalia Silva versus Macy Barber, that would be a good fight, I think. Macy Barber, at this point, Lauren might be on the downside, might can't handle that speed. Richard Kagan could be trouble, but then, Natalia's got a ground game too. Robot Chicken said Macy's dangerous, yeah. Close from South low-key felt bad for E-Boss when Macy was beating her in the head like a drum. I felt bad when she got her, I found out her orbital bone was broken, man, because that first round elbow, I heard it land, and I was like, that was a hard elbow. And I believe her dad in the corner said it was that elbow that broke her eye socket. I was like, oh, wow. Other than that, I mean, E-Boss was fighting, and she was in the fight. I mean, she drew blood on Macy, but Macy was just cleaner. Macy's striking was too clean, and she caught her. When she got her down, was beating her like that. I was like, oh, get her off, man. Rennery said Macy's excited working hard. JP said Macy would never be champion. He's sticking by that, boy. He said Macy is never gonna be champion. Okay, y'all. Oh, let me see. Lolita, what's up? She said, smash that like button. No, Lolita's chilling, probably working. Oh, she needs something to listen to, I believe, right? Most of us do at this time. Like when BJ gets on, I'm usually at work. You have to completely take Ebos out of a fight. She'll keep coming like a zombie. Yeah, when you touch that chin, though. Yeah. I'm surprised Dern could never find Ebos's chin, though. That's what surprised me about that fight. People said Grasso would never be champ, too. Yeah, that's true. That's what I won't say. If Kareem beats Monroe, I think they should give her the winner of Jasmine versus Tracy. Okay, yeah, Jasmine and Tracy is 13 and 14. Yeah, that'll probably be a good fight. Yeah, because she's unranked. Yeah, give her the number. Yeah, give her the winner of Tracy and Jasmine. Give her a top 15 fighter next. But yeah, Natalia Silva, if she beats a 13, yeah, she's going up from here. I definitely see her earning a shot. I'll say that. If they match her up the right way, which is what Dana does sometimes. He asks the matchmakers what do y'all think is going to be the easiest way to get this money maker a title shot. They might give her what is her name? Lauren Murphy. Macy Barber said she wanted Lauren or Andrade so she could get a title shot. Getting the belt, that's different. But yeah, I don't like whenever Ebos does that thing with her hands. She like raises them in the air. I don't know if she's doing that to stretch or be cocky. I mean, you better guard that chin. Six said Macy will always be an undercard fighter, never a main event. I don't know, man. I think she could get to a main event card. Macy Barber's been on the main event card, right? I think after that Ebos performance, I think Macy Barber would probably get on a main event card here. If Aaron Blanchfield, she got to a main event. I think Macy Barber can get in there. Well, Ebos Barber was main event card, right? It was the main event, right? It was a co-main event. Yeah, Macy Barber was co-main event. Macy Ebos was co-main event, so yeah, she'll be on main cards. As long as you talking junk and you knocking people out, she'll be on the main card. Yeah, BJ said Macy's been, man. Yeah. Yeah, because this Ebos fight, she was co-main event. And she got a knockout too, so she'll be on a co-main event or a main event card again. Okay, you think Pena was gonna school Blanchfield? I don't know if she schools her. All right, Colstrom said you and BJ got to do a live panel together whenever Whaley and Lamos fight and call it live. I'm game for it. I got to make sure I can have that time frame to do it. I'm game for it. Depends on how sweaty and tense I am on that one, because that's going to be a tense fight right there. But I'll be able to call it. I called fights tense before. Yeah. So yeah. We'll keep that in mind. Yeah, they got some good fights on this card. Hey, I don't see it going the distance though. Whaley Lamos, I really don't see it going the distance. JP said McCann schools Pena. I bet you, JP, you got the initials Juliana Pena, man. You should be representing Juliana Pena. Six at Macy with it, but as far as catching a break, I'm not sure about that. JP's initials, yeah, just playing. He's I'm just playing. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that, closer. We'll try to keep that in mind. Yeah, initials of Juliana Pena. That's really Juliana Pena talking that trash, BJ. Easy said Lamos and Whaley's gonna be in brutally. One of them is getting hurt bad. Oh man. Yeah. It's gonna be a crazy fight. All right, I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes and I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna wait to the 3 minute mark. It's been a while since I did a 3 hour live. So all right. JP crazy, yeah. All right. I mean, most of y'all, what are y'all picking? Early pick. I did the live callback of what do you call it? I did a live callback of Marina Moreau and Kareem Silva's first fight. Let me see. Let's see, Colostrum. Who do you got in Kareem Silva versus Marina Moreau? JP said, I'm not paying you. Six said waiting for Whaley to fight is like waiting for Tyson back in the day. Whaley's a good fighter. Whaley's a Colostrum says Silva by submission. She's an anaconda. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, man, like Silva went on a submission rampage after she got submitted by Marina Moreau 9 years ago. I mean, since then she's been doing all kinds of submissions. I mean, she's been doing everything: heel hook, arm bar, knee bar. I mean, her movement has gotten better and she's gotten wiser. But Marina Moreau's dangerous on the feet, so she's gonna have to go to the ground. But Marina Moreau's dangerous off her back, so we'll see if Kareem in the weight here. The weight's probably gonna be a big difference too, because I see Kareem's a little bit a little bit more muscular now, like physically stronger too. So it's gonna be a good fight. Silva be the if Silva beats Marina Moreau by a finish, she'll be the first person to finish Marina Moreau. So she might deserve a top 10, top 15 ranking off of that. They might give her 15 or 14. I don't know. Maybe not now. Maybe not. But if she finishes Moreau, that's big because yeah, Moreau hadn't been finished yet. But yeah, her submission game, finishing game is tight right now. But that stand up, man, I think that's where Moreau might have her. Stand up game's gonna be a little tough for her. All right, we're on the countdown now. About to get off here in 30, 40 seconds. What is BJ talking about? He said that's JP by. Oh man, I didn't even think of that. He says J. He said it's JP now. JP Bays, Shane Buys or what's her last name again? Shane. Is it Velismus now or is it Buys? I can't remember. She's gonna be out for a while too because she just had her baby. Or no, she didn't even have it yet. Never mind. She's about to have a baby. But I'm getting off here, y'all. Yeah, okay. Velismus is her maiden name. I knew that. I'm just tired, man. It's time to go. BJ said, peace. Peace, chat. Yeah, I'm getting off here. Hit that like and subscribe, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. And yeah, it's fight week, so we're gonna be on here talking more. Wavy Lamos, Lee Silva, Moreau Silva. So y'all stay tuned in. And I'm out. Like always, Combo Breaker 99. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.